Oh god. Let's see. Oh wait. Let me just test something first. Oh, augers. Oh, whoops. You didn't see anything. $58. Okay. Mute that. No, I need to unmute the game. Okay. You see nothing. Okay, I think it's 5, right? Oh, 1 more minute. I guess we'll wait. 1 more minute. Tell me if there's any problems or anything. Is it too loud or anything? But, I think we're good for now. Probably. Yeah, turn on the lights. Voice acting. Okay, you know what? We're starting, I guess. We're we're just gonna get right into the news. Are you serious? Gotta move. Okay, so okay. That's fine. Okay.
Oh man, what am I gonna do, Gramps?
What's happening? Alright, she was depressed in bed. Okay. A brisk wind curls around me as I step out onto a patch of dirt that can barely be called a parking spot in a place that can barely be called a camping ground. What's with the depressing music? Stupid Arash. Misty curtains have settled over the nearby hills and mountains, and small specks of leftover morning dew occasionally drip on me from above. Bending down, I drop my backpack and pull on the tongue of my sorta new hiking boots. A little big, but they'll work. Considering these came from the stash of supplies we borrowed from Marina, New Mexico, her feet must be freaking huge.
All set?
Marina standing behind me, frowning at her own Velcro-strapped boots.
Just about. These boots are pretty big, though.
You think so? They feel a bit snug to me.
Where are we again? Whatever, I'll figure it out. Sheesh, never mind about Mariah.
Hey, forget about the treasure. Let's just dress you up as Bigfoot and turn you in for a cash reward.
We need Bowie's consultation. The joke is awful, and I know it. Still, Marina plays along, sticking her tongue out in a half-playful manner before she forces a tired smile. The whole time, she doesn't make eye contact. Oof. So much for lightening the mood. Last night's sudden tension is still present. Dude, I don't even know why it was tense. I don't know. I think they're just sad that it's ending. Even though we try to ignore it or pretend it isn't there, we both know. We both can't look at each other directly, and our conversation feels awkward and stilted. But we pretend everything's normal as we try to put on our best performances and reenact our usual routine.
So, how long is the hike?
The brochure said about 90 minutes each way. Might take even longer in this weather.
Oh.
I can feel the gulf between us. It's like yet another canyon, except I don't know how to cross this one.
The picture in the brochure was super pretty. Angel's Landing, right?
Where are they going again? I don't even remember. Now it's her turn to try and lighten the mood. Oh, right, the Valley of Fire. I hate how we're both too afraid to just address the issue. But I'm just as guilty as she is here. I sigh and play along as best as I can.
Yeah, it's nice. It's supposed to be the most scenic view in Zion.
Oh, right, they're going to Zion for fun, though. Or was on the way. That's what Gramps told me anyway. This hike was one of his favorites. He said the view was so lush. There's so many trees and plants that he discovered several new shades of green up there. It was one of the spots that he was most looking forward to visiting with me. I glanced back up at the mountains. The mist doesn't look clear anytime soon. In fact, it seems to be swallowing up more of the landscape. It's got Marina's attention too. She stares up as if she's picking out specific details in the fog. While she's distracted, I let my gaze roll over her again. Guiltily, like I'm sneaking glances, but I don't care. Admiring the sweep of her shoulders down into her collarbone and the rest of the curves of her body. Oh wait, I'm not just... My bad. Wait a second. I'll let myself... Did I miss anything? No. I let myself examine her like I did when we first met, like I've been consciously abstaining from. Looking over like it doesn't matter if she catches me anymore. She doesn't, though. I may as well be invisible to her right now while she studies the mountaintops. And I want her to pay attention to me. She's wearing her usual boutique brand clothes. Her cute frilliness is just as perfect as ever for Marina, but they clash with the clunkiness of the ugly brown boots.
You sure you want to wear that? they might just get in the way.
She gasped, almost offended by the suggestion that I should wear anything else.
But my skirt is so comfy. Aren't you supposed to wear comfy clothes on hikes? Besides, with a name like Angel's Landing, it has to be pretty relaxing.
Angels. She gives me a big, honest smile, tipping her head to the hills. It's the first real smile I've seen from her all day.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
I melt, letting her skewed reasoning fall to the wayside just this once. Warm fuzzies and a goofy grin take over my dour mood. Just for a moment.
All right, but no whining if they end up being a problem.
Slinging the backpack over my shoulder, we head for the shuttle that leads to the trail. Logs and a stone fire pit adorn the side of each lot that we pass. Maybe when we get back, we'll go to the camp store and pick up some supplies to roast marshmallows. I think she'd like that. My god, what is this mist? Marina's heavy breathing guides me as we slog our way uphill, the previous light mist having now morphed into a thick and dreary fog. I cling to the chain railing as I stumble my way up the trail of rocks. It's the only protection from the sheer drop-off beside us. Wow, I'm having an aneurysm. All it would take is one slip for me to take a nosedive into the valley below. I won't even see it coming. Turns out the fluffy and enticing name Angel's Landing doesn't come with the relaxing stroll Marina was hoping for. This feels more like a ghastly death march. My sweat-drenched legs feel like pudding under the anchor that is a measly 5-pound backpack. No one else on the shuttle even bothered to attempt the hike alongside us. I attempt to form words between pain breaths, feeling like a rock is being smashed into my lungs with each step.
We should turn back. Can't see Jack. It's not safe up here.
What?
She sounds like she's doing about as well as me, echoing the same lung-puncturing gasp.
But we're so close. There's no way we're not almost there.
Kappa. We stop, collapsing against our knees as we try to catch our breath.
Not gonna mean a lot if we end up falling off a cliff.
I thought you were the one who wanted to do this so bad.
Every couple words are punctuated by her gasping for breath.
Yeah, but...
Amber, please, let's keep going.
Her voice is a whimper, fragile and meek. I fold. Who says that? I fold? Like what?
Okay.
I melt, sure, but I fold. Marina has a way of making me shut up when she wants to, whether she knows it or not. Today, it doesn't make a difference. I'm not going to be the one who makes things worse. She's wrong about one thing, though. I wasn't the one who wanted to hike up here. Gramps was. It gets easier after our break. The trail begins to plateau, and the steepness evens out, fading behind us until the return trip.
I think we're already here.
Oh, that's weird.
See? What did I tell you?
I think Mr. Ton is not here. Wait, what did he find? Oh.
See?
Marina darts ahead, disappearing in the fog so she can look at the mythical view that the brochure and I have preached our Gramps to be. But if my suspicions are right, this weather and the view aren't going to be very compatible. Falling behind, I step out of the cloudy murk and into an area that offers slightly more visibility. Why is that so loud? Marina stands still in the center of the cliff, her hand clutched to her heart. What should have been a bird's eye view of Zion is nothing but a sea of fog. The lush greenery and full valleys are invisible. Only a few overgrown bushes and some rocky points peek out above the clouds. I was expecting it, but the sight itself really is numbing. The hole into my stomach, the one I've gotten so used to feeling, rears its head once again, only intensified by Marina's silence, any expression shrouded by her bangs as she tilts her head down.
Sorry.
Gently, she shakes her head.
Don't worry about it. It's not your fault. You tried to warn me.
Marina.
Well, I don't know what to say. I'm disappointed too. There were a lot of places Gramps always talked about visiting. After we settled down and kicked back for a few years. After I finish repairing the RV. After I get better. This place came up more than the others, though. Not just Zion, but the landing. Kept saying we were gonna hike up here, and have a picnic. Maybe watch the sun come up. A slight smile comes to my face as I think about him trying to make that hike. I'd have liked to see the geezer try. Well, I'm not a big enough sap to try and make all of my Gramps' plans happen now. It would have been nice to see him with you. With Gramps, Marina, and everything that's happened over the past month, it just seemed fitting to make the trip. Angel's Landing. I glanced back to Marina, the hand that was clutched to her chest now stretched outwards, grasping at the empty air. A slight breeze blows through, ruffling her hair. She looks beautiful. She looks angelic. I didn't go to church much as a kid, but she looks like someone I'd see on a stained glass window, right next to a rendition of Cavalry or Skull Hill. It's frustrating to have come this far for nothing. But is it because of the fog? Because of Gramps? Or because of Marina? My teeth grit, grinding against each other under what feels like an unimaginable weight.
Come on, let's go.
Turn around and begin down the slope. There's nothing else worth seeing up here. Marina doesn't follow. No spirited footsteps trailing behind me. No speeding bullet blazing ahead.
Marina, we're going.
Comes out with more bite than I intended, but I don't care. I just want to get out of here now. Marina's hesitant to answer, but eventually manages to spit it out, sounding more like a question than an actual statement.
I don't want to.
Oh boy.
What?
I don't want to leave. Not yet, anyway.
Monk ass. Annoyed, I turn back to her for an explanation, only be greeted by a pleading look instead.
I'm used to it by now. I know I am. But do you think we could wait a little longer? Just to see if the fog clears?
I don't know what it is. I don't either. I respond with a blank stare. It's like she's not even talking to me.
Don't be stupid.
Bruh. I start back down the hill, not bothering away from Marina this time.
It's past noon. If it hasn't cleared by now, then it's not going to anytime soon.
So much for not making things worse. Wait, did they actually wait here the whole day? Feels bad, man. Why is everything so cross? Oh shit. Campfire. I nudged the fire with a stick. Doesn't do any good though, as the logs just tumble on top of each other, smothering the already pitiful flame. For a moment, our lot is only lit by the few remaining embers in the pit. Sighing, I grabbed a bottle of lighter fluid and squirted it onto the ashes. Disgusting. An artificial flame roars into existence, then peters to the size of a pathetic candle flickering just as quickly. I plunge a stick back into the fire and scrape cinders from the glowing wood. Eventually, a flame catches on a charred log and grows until the wood is blazing again.
Aha! About damn time.
The joy is exclusive to me, however, as Marina stays silent, staring into the fire.
Want another s'more?
Oh, they did make s'mores. She bounces back to life.
Oh my god, yes, please.
She catches herself and switches back to broodiness.
I mean, sure, I guess.
Why is this so depressing? I roll my eyes, but can't help smiling on the inside. No matter how hard she tries, she's still the same Marina she's always been. I grab a marshmallow and stick it on the end of a bent coat hanger before handing it to her. Without another word, she plops it into the fire. Meanwhile, my eyes are drawn to the neglected bag of hot dogs lying behind the chocolate and graham crackers, unopened and ignored. I bought them because I thought Marina would like the variety, but I should have known that she would only go after the marshmallows. She's been devouring them. She opened the bag when we left the store, and it was half empty by the time we got back to the campsite. She clung to the bag like a security blanket the whole way. It's a miracle there are even any left. Shrugging, I take one of the hot dogs out of the bag and impale it on my coat hanger, and put it on the fire next to Marina's. Even when we're this close to each other, there's still an air of tension. The one that's pervaded since we left Arches. Neither of us have addressed it, but the inevitability of the treasure, the uneasiness that hangs over us, it's suppressed, but it's definitely there. The inevitability of it? I guess, yeah, basically them leaving. But it's gotten better since we left Angel's Landing. Snacks were a peace offering of sorts, I guess. Although I was pleasantly surprised that she sat so close to me, even with 3 other logs around the fire pit. I fixed my gaze on the flames. The dog was slimy, oozing with condensation that drips and sizzles in the ashes.
Oh God, it's on fire! It's on fire! Fire! Fire!
Marina's coat hanger whooshes over me like a spastic comet, the marshmallow now a smoldering ball of inferno.
Here, give it to me.
But it's on fire, Amber! Fire!
You just blow it out.
I can see that. Just give it.
Okay, they're actually freaking out. It's literally just blow on it. She panics, squirming as her precious marshmallow burns before her very eyes.
Alright, just don't hurt yourself, please.
Why would you hurt yourself? Frantically, she passes me the wire, biting her nails as I try to blow it out. Soon the fire clears. The marshmallow, once white and fluffy, is now black and charred.
Aw, now it's ruined.
It's no big deal. You can still eat it.
Preparing the s'more, I break apart the chocolate and cracker and then squish the marshmallow between them. Do not eat it.
Ew, gross. But it's all black and stuff.
Yeah, don't.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Honestly, I think I might prefer it burned.
Hey, black coffee girl.
That's so... ew.
Here, just try it.
My BRB. What do you mean it feels weird, man? Wait a secondo. Okay, we're back. Marina stares at the s'more and gulps. Don't eat it.
But only because you asked.
Closing her eyes, she opens her mouth wide. Wide open. This time it's my turn to gulp. I shuffle back. Subtly trying to avoid eye contact, once again failing. Oh, I popped the s'more into her mouth and let out a restful sigh. Oh, I know, this is not good. Okay, there. That's... yikes. Like bubblegum, she munches on it in the corner of her mouth, intently trying to dissect the flavor in her own cute way.
So...
Her eyes grow wide in shock.
It's good.
Right? Doesn't it give it a nice smoky flavor?
No, it doesn't.
It's a little bitter at first, but the marshmallow gets really crunchy. So good.
Dude, burnt sugar is one of the most atrocious flavors. It's not even funny. Like, it's just... Don't do it.
I told you so. You just gotta give these things a shot.
I can't believe I had my first s'more and found a way to make it better in the same day. I feel like that would take most people like a bajillion years to figure out.
How's her first s'more?
But it only took me one night because I got you, Amber.
Gobsmacked? Dumbfounded? Both stupid fancy words, but I think they work when trying to figure out this thing sitting beside me.
Amber?
You're kidding me.
What?
Your first s'more?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I've ever had a good s'more. Then again, I've only eaten
Well,
s'mores
I've
like...
seen people eat them on TV and
once.
stuff before, but...
You have never ever had a s'more in your entire life.
I mean, Hershey's chocolate sucks, so.
Now that I think about it,
That confirms
Oh,
it.
whoops.
now that I think about it, I guess I haven't.
Bruh moment.
That confirms it.
Huh? Confirms what?
You're an alien. The government has just been keeping you hidden all this time. That's why I met you near Roswell. It's the only explanation.
I am not. If I were an alien, then why do I look human?
Bruh.
That's just a flesh suit. A disguise so you can blend in.
I've never heard that in my life. What's a flesh suit?
That's mean. You can't just buy these good looks at the costume store.
Is this what they call flirting?
What's your sector ID? Is this your first time away from your home planet?
Amber, stop. It's not my fault.
Her face puffs out and I have to resist the urge to poke and deflate it. If I don't quit, she might actually start pouting.
I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Yeah, why would you not poke it? Dude, poke the shit out of that. I'm tempted to squeeze one more joke out, but decide against it as I try to hold back the snicker under my breath.
I think I like you better when you're serious.
Reptilian. Dude, I probably had a s'more before that beach day, but that's probably like the actual time I made s'mores myself. Maybe after Ed. She crosses her arms. She crosses her arms, turning away as she closes both eyes to lock, blocking out. Then, with a grin, one eye open, we both burst out laughing. What? Oh. Since the hike, the fog has climbed down the hill, enveloping the campground. Even here, it's carved out a small pocket, the breezy chill surrounding us as we take in the warm glow of the fire. Feels nice. What? Let me read that imagery again. Okay.
But for real, I still can't believe this is your first time leaving home.
She settles down a bit and places her hands in her lap, teetering side to side as she looks to the sky, even though there's nothing to look at but mist.
Yeah, sometimes I have trouble believing it too.
Hey, let's be real here, like, we are sedentary.
Since there's so many of us, I guess Mom and Dad could never afford to take us anywhere.
Dude, imagine 9 kids. That's what I thought. Her family is as big as she says. It's not like we could have just packed up and traveled like me and Gramps.
You said you have 9 brothers and sisters, right?
Yep, there's 9 of us, plus Mom and Dad, so 11 altogether.
Jesus.
Right? Everyone says our house is pretty big, but it's always been so cramped that I've never been able to tell. I've never even had my own room. I've always had to share one with some of my sisters. My older brother shared too, until one of them went off to college.
Is that the same brother whose car got torn apart by Mariah?
She laughs guiltily. Hey, you can buy him a new car now.
He always called it his love wagon.
If that thing was a love wagon, then my motorhome is a love palace.
Ooh, that's a good name for it.
Don't even start.
Persona.
Anyway, he said he wanted to get a new one when he got to Salt Lake City, so I don't think he'll be too angry.
Right.
Hold on. That's in Utah too. Why didn't you tell me? The detour would have been a pain in the ass. But if you wanted to visit him, I wouldn't have minded the extra miles. Not if it was for you.
I mean, they brought it upon themselves, so... Marina does a double take, and I realize I've given too much away.
Hold on. That's in Utah too. You'd have to pay for gas, though.
What a Cinderella. Marina blinks, then smiles. Crisis subverted.
Nah, it's okay. I want to do this without my family's help. Besides, it's only a community college.
IVC, the Superior School? Oh wait, did I just dox myself?
Your brother moved from New Mexico to Utah so he could attend a community college?
He sends me a gift every month. Last month, it was a top hat. I put it right on top of the desk in my room.
Okay, you know what? Wait, let me turn off the overlay. Okay, there. She pauses for a moment.
Mine and my sister's room, I mean.
Your family sounds about as weird as you.
Look at this art. This is like some light novel cover art.
Really? Huh. Yeah, I guess we are.
I don't know why her mouth was like that. That was kind of monk-ass. What did she just say?
Really?
Your family's here.
Really? Yeah.
She beams, wearing the title weird like a badge of honor.
That's not a good thing. Actually, maybe it
What are
is.
you talking about? Everyone's weird.
I like it. Besides, Dad keeps us all in line. He's a defense lawyer, super straight-laced.
So that's why he can afford 9 kids.
You remind me of him, actually. He likes everything nice and orderly, which is bad for him because he's surrounded by us, but...
She talks for a long time, chattering and laughing about her family, a smile never leaving her face. I almost get lost in it. I almost want to. For the precious minutes that she speaks, I forget the tension that Shadow Essence arches. Could believe it was never there. I love that about Marina. Even when we're wet with rain or humoring truck drivers, I was not humoring him, but whatever. Or racing a lunatic down the highway, she never hesitates to smile. For her, it's always poised on the brim, waiting to shine through. I could listen all night, but she trails off only a short time later.
I'm sorry. This must be boring, right?
Boring.
Nah, I can tell you love him a lot. It was always just me and Gramps. So it's sort of interesting to see how other families work.
Let me do something. The lot falls silent, save for the crackling flames. I brace myself for what I know is coming.
Hey, Amber? What happened to your mom and dad?
True. Wait, did they die? Ooh. I was just wondering that. I stare into the fire. It puffs, casting up delicate embers that fall and vanish in the dirt.
I'm sorry. That was too personal.
No, it's fine. They're both around, I think. Only met Dad once a long time ago.
Oh.
Me and Ma don't get along very well. I haven't spoken to her since I was 16. Last I heard, she was living in some trailer park in Ohio.
That's what feels bad, man.
Is that why you lived with your grandpa?
Sorta.
Only swear.
Ma always had her issues. So the court said Gramps could take care of me when I was a baby.
I stifle a laugh.
Not that it did any good. The geezer had the bright idea to haul me around the Midwest and East Coast for half my life.
Did she even go to school?
He took care of you all by himself? He must have been amazing.
Peepo sad.
Try again. He was an old hippie who was stuck in the 70s and spent most of his time listening to weird music.
Weird music would you not
Sounds
listen to?
just like you.
Hey, watch it. If anything, he was more like you. I was always cleaning up his messes, even as a little girl, even near the...
Choked down a growing lump in my throat.
Even near the end.
Amber,
It was
So
always
sad.
just the two of us, though. Us or any random old friend he wanted to see. Even when he decided to settle down in Colorado, it was just us. People would come and go, but it was always us.
So they did settle
And
down.
I was there for all of it. I was there for every single appointment. I was there at the hospital, and I was there at the funeral. Ma didn't even bother to come to that, but I was there. And he was always there too.
you really miss him, huh?
My voice lowers to a whisper, raspy and dry.
Yeah.
Oh, head bump. Okay, this does not match this, but sure. Something slumps against my shoulder. Glancing down, I discover Marina's head resting against me.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Ah,
She looks up at me.
Want me to stop?
nah. Keep doing it.
Just give me some ReZero PTSD.
Okay.
We should turn in soon. We have a big day ahead of us.
Yeah, maybe.
We sit in silence for a little while, or maybe it's a long time. I can't tell. It's a nice silence, though. Comfortable one. Finally. Poggers! Oh, we're back in the car. The engine dies. I can still hear the power buzzing before it surges down, leaving us with the ambience of the selling motorhome.
We're here.
Oh. I like actually
Not a lot of cars here, huh?
Guess the rest of the world just hasn't caught up yet.
5 head. That won't last for long. Any day now, people will figure out it's here. An army of would-be treasure hunters will be swarming this place, drooling at the chance to find gold. The last of the gold. Dude, like, how much gold have they even found? Like, this can't be more than, like, even $1 million. There's a fluttering in my chest and I tie my grip on the wheel. I mean, $1 million for, like, 2 weeks, that's a pretty good salary. It's the end of our adventure. No.
I bet our names have spread across the land and struck fear into the hearts of our rivals, giving them no other choice but to call it quits.
Dude, if they reveal it, like, someone out of spite is gonna, like, come and, like, assassinate them. So they should just, like, keep this secret for the rest of their lives. But if they do that, what if they ruin some retard's life and they just spend the rest of their life looking for treasure?
Yeah. Or maybe someone already came through and found the treasure.
I mean, does it matter? Like,
What?
see, this is what I was
Don't
saying.
say something scary
I
like
feel like
that.
the treasure is progressively getting more and more, right? Like, it's just more. Like, it's the same amount, probably. I mean, the second one was more treasure than the first, but it's not like it's going to be that much more. And if that one was full already, then this one is just going to be another full bucket of gold. And it's like, whatever, you already have a bucket of gold. Still wrapped around the wheel, my clammy hands start shaking. Marina takes notice, looking over with sympathetic eyes.
Hey.
She takes her hand and gently places it on top of mine, giving it a reassuring squeeze. I let both fall into my lap. She's warm.
We're doing this together, okay?
The flutters tickle the inside of my chest until I can't help smiling.
Right. Let's do it.
Regretfully, I force out a nod and pull my hand out from Marina's. Feels wrong, like throwing away a precious gift. Reaching into the console, I retrieve the journal, for what may be the last time. It's well loved, a bent spine, wrinkled pages, and folded corners on the flimsy paper cover. Looking back has been getting roughed up since the moment we got it. Ever since that weird station attendant let Marina have it for free way back at the traveler store. Hard to believe this cheap thing was a roadmap to something so valuable. Taking a deep breath, I skim over the final entry. After several days of travel, I believe I finally arrived at my first destination. Why is this the first? Dude, I literally read all of this already. I'm not reading it again.
Windstone Arch.
Yeah, he found it in a place with red rocks. Oh, he's really good at finding places. Oh, it's pretty, blah, 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 blah. It's probably the vaguest entry so far. I can feel it. It has to be there. Slap the journal shut and lay it to rest in the center console, right next to all the cassette tapes. Marina and I look at each other, now sharing the same piercing determination.
All right. Let's get this show on the road.
Literally. Oh, well, I guess. Not literally, because they're done driving. Because of the lack of crowds, getting around is a lot easier than usual, allowing us to take in the scenery for once instead of slogging through zombified hordes. Even though there's not many people around, somehow it feels fuller here. Everywhere we walk, we're surrounded by layered dunes and sandstones, towering over us, striped with faded red and calico browns. Somehow we do eventually manage to find the Windstone Arch. Unlike the arches back in Utah, it isn't big and majestic. It's not a giant upside-down horseshoe that lowers over us as we on and off. It's not even an arch as much as it is a cave, really. Just a jagged, overgrown rock with a few crevices big enough for a person to enter. Still, despite the fact that it isn't compared to the size or grandeur of everything else we've seen together so far, despite that it hardly took us any time at all to find it, it's still imposing. The longer I stare at it, the bigger it gets, like it's judging us. It isn't calling into question our abilities or even if we can find it. It's gauging us to see if we're ready. Are we? I look over to Marina. A small bulge forms in her throat before she swallows back down. Is she? I return my gaze to the arch, asking the same questions over and over in my head. Am I? Finally, we look to each other. Marina readies the metal detector strapped to her back and gives me a nod, which I return. Even if we aren't ready, even if this is the worst mistake of my life, this is something both of us have to do. Our steps in sync, we march over the rocks and desert shrubs before crouching into the cavern. Sunlight squeezes into the cave, dyeing the rock columns neon red. Wow. Marina begins scanning with the metal detector, listening intently for a beat. The narrow space forces us to huddle together as we have our way through the arch, repeatedly brushing against each other. At first, it's accidental, but I find myself craving it more. To get closer. To feel her. To watch as her hair absorbs the brilliant glow of the cave. Oh, I'm deprived of all of that, though, as her metal detector vibrates in her hand, making a low rumble. Am I too loud? Like Mike Wise. She takes off the headphones and points to the wall.
There.
I avert my gaze and move past her, taking a knee as I slip the bag off my shoulder and pull out a man-trolled pickaxe. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Careful not to hit her, I start chiseling away at the rock. Soon the crack in the wall grows and small pebbles and gravel start flying off. I reposition myself and block Marina from getting hit by any of it. The small portion of the wall crumbles away and after a few more strikes, reveals a hollow space, just big enough to squeeze your hand into. This is gonna suck if some creepy thing has gone and made its home in there. Shuddering, I reach in the space and feel something square and wooden. With some budging, it comes free and easily slides out. A box. Familiarity is expected, but it doesn't start my heart from leaping any less. Nor Marina's, who squeaks out a gasp.
Ready?
Ooh. This time she barely nods, unsure of what to say, but like ripping off a bandage, I swing the lid open before she can give any real answer. That's a nice analogy. Nuggets. Pile of them. Filled from top to bottom, all misshapen, morphed. Shit. Dang, they got it. They found all three. The sight isn't anything new, but this time it feels different. It's like for the first time, the reality has finally sunk in, and everything up to now has been a haze. We both just stare at it. Dude, they're gonna get, robbed. An entire universe of thoughts race through my mind, yet it all comes blank.
What now?
Get the fuck out of there. It's directed more towards myself than Marina, but it's the first thing I managed to spit out, and ultimately, the most important. Marina doesn't answer at first, instead just tilting her head, trying to process the question. But finally, she gives a simple smile.
I saw a sign for a trail on the way over here. Why don't we go hiking?
Please put it in the RV first. Hiking? I freeze for a second, then laugh under my breath. The more I think about the simplicity behind her words, the more I laugh, until I border on sounding like a hysterical madman.
Hiking? For real?
I keep laughing, struggling to keep it together, even after I start having trouble breathing. Poor Marina isn't on the joke, though. Within a matter of seconds, her face goes from confusion to concern, pouting.
I don't know why you're laughing. I was being serious, you know?
I don't get it either, though. Settling down, I wipe a fake tear from my eye. Occasional chuckle still managing to break through.
No, I know you were.
Then what's so funny?
Nothing, just...
I finally regain complete composure and smile at her.
Yeah, sure. Let's go hiking. That sounds nice. Can you please keep to the signs?
I will. Stop being such a worrywart.
Sign. Marina skips through the sand, gleefully oblivious that her trail is a badly marked patch of dirt over the plains of the Mojave.
That's what you said last time. If you're not careful, we're gonna get lost. Again.
Aw, you didn't like those old cabins we found?
It gets old after the second time, Mare.
Kills daylight, too. The sun has faded orange and will soon sink out of view. There's no way we're getting back before dark. But hey, maybe that's not such a bad thing. We've already found the treasure, so spending some time with Marina is a nice reward.
So, about this fire wave thing. And yes, I know it's not an ocean of lava, smarty pants.
Damn. I must be running out of material.
I mean, it's so cool. Well, it's hot, I guess. But what is it?
What's the fire wave? It's a, windy thing. that winds around rocks and stuff. And looks like fire. At least, I think that's what it was.
Stunning
Oh?
description. A devilish grin slinks onto Marina's face, and she attaches herself to me like Velcro, nudging my shoulders.
You don't know what it is either, do you?
What? Do so.
Her grin grows until I force myself to look away. She's not going to get the satisfaction.
I've seen pictures.
Oh, you've seen pictures? What sort of pictures?
Google Images.
You know, the picture-y kind.
I can just feel her reveling in this. For the first time, she's got me playing right into her hands.
Oh, shut up.
I feel a slap against my wrist, then a tug. Looking down, I see Marina's bright dimples shining through her round cheeks.
Why don't we find out together?
I'm stunned. It's a position we've been in before, but it's supposed to be the other way around. I'm always pulling her. That's my job. But now it's her smooth fingers locked around my wrist. Her fingernails grazing above my skin. The realization doesn't even have time to sink in before she propels herself forward with me in tow.
Hey, wait! Hold on!
I kick up standing as I'm practically dragged along by Marina, who meets my yelps with silence. Then she halts as quickly as she took off, leaving me to shoot forward and stumble to a stop.
You could at least warn me before ya.
I go silent. Am I missing something here? I guess not. Marina does too. Pog. The fire wave. Swirling ribbons of red wrap around the hillside and stretch out to the horizon. How come I don't see the fire wave? The setting sun casts light and shadow across the gown sky, shading it all with intense golds, pinks, and purples. As the sky dims, a shred of stray light passes over the shade and shines directly on us. Directly on Marina. She stares on silent. Don't stare at the sun. I can feel every glint of emotion coming from her. Every breath taken away. Every raw feeling that builds up inside her, only to be choked back down. All of it. I glance between her and the scene stretched out before us. Pockets of sky with their deep, vivid colors are beautiful, but the choice is easy. I fixate on Marina. Her clear, sweet blue eyes. Her cute, round cheeks. Her lips as they quiver ever so slightly. Laying a hand on her shoulder, I turn her towards me and softly touch her cheek. Her mouth slips open with a faint gasp, but all it takes is a gentle stroke of her face for that uncertainty to be wiped away. It's kind of fast. Marina holds my gaze. My eyes relax and I step closer so I can feel the warmth of her body against mine. Oh shit, it's happening. Then I lean in and press my lips to hers. So soft. I keep myself pressed against her, letting my lips move with the natural flow. But she doesn't press back. Afraid, I pull away, but before I can step back, she pulls me closer and lets her lips melt into mine. I let the pound take control. Our mouths move inside each other, full of tender caution as we ease in. We repeat the process infinitely. Bathed in the light of sunset, the two of us exchange something.
We did it.
Oh my god, you're so loud. Almost got ear raped. Did I miss something? I eventually pull back, unsure of what to say and scared of what I could. We turn back to find the last rays of sunlight slipping behind the sand. Something brushes against my hand, tickling for a moment for intertwining between my fingers. Her grip is loose, but I wrap my fingers around so that I'm holding her firmly. We watch the last of the light drift into a peaceful evening. Together.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, like, honestly, that was just way too fast. Like, there's, like, no build-up. What the heck? But, you know, that's cool. Poggers moment. It's happening! But yeah, there's, like, no build-up. What the heck? Oh, God, why? What have I done? Her back is turned to me like mine is to hers. I claw my nails deeper into the scratchy couch fabric and stick my gaze on the floor. Like, what if she wasn't a lesbian? What would you say then? That'd be tragic. So tragic. Please end me now. It was silent after we did that. Nice silence, a blissful release of silence. But as we walked back, terror started to sink in. I think she felt it too. Socially awkward. I listened to the buzz of the generator and stared at a patch of artificial light on the wall. Stupid little box making fun of me, I swear.
So what now?
Abduct her and bring her to California. Funny. That's the same thing I asked when we found the treasure, except she sounds even more hopeless and confused than I did. Bringing my legs to my chest, I bundle my arms around them and put on a nervous smirk.
We could always go hiking again.
She throws a mock slap at my shoulder, feigning a huffy voice.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Wait, let me load. Bingus. Bongus. The heavy embarrassment in the air melts away into something a little more comfortable as we both manage to laugh at my perviness. Oh. Marina lets out a whiny cry and slides against the couch.
But seriously, what are we gonna do?
About what?
About everything.
Set up like 10 bank accounts, slot in like 10k into each of them.
The treasure, home,
Us.
us.
I'm a fucking prophet. It's too good. I read your every move. My heart tightens like she's squeezing it. Oh, wait. Oh, I see the problem. Ha. Bam.
Us?
My heart tightens like she's squeezing it.
Did you not?
No, I did. I do. I just don't know.
She turns to me, her eyes pleading, like she's looking for answers.
I do poggers.
There's no doubt I'm responsible for those eyes. Feeling a severe sense of responsibility, I shoot up and march to the center console.
Amber?
Hold on.
I open the console, but don't bother digging around. I know exactly where these are. 2 irreplaceable pieces of paper. Stopping in front of the couch, my voice darkens.
I'll be using my half of the treasure to pay for Gramps' hospital and funeral expenses. But before I do that, I still need to go to the music festival.
Wait, she has 2 tickets? Why does she have 2 tickets? I offer one of the tickets. Unsure, she gently tugs it from my hand and begins reading.
If you want to, you can go with me. Might give you a little extra time to think about things.
I mean, she's just running away from home. She just do whatever she wants. My voice softens.
About everything.
The festival? Me?
Up to you, babe.
Whew, we're in that territory now. Wait, why does she have 2 tickets? What? Maybe there's a ticket for Grandpa and then he died? I don't know. Maybe they bought like 6 months in advance. I flop back on the couch and hold the ticket over my eyes to block out the light.
Oh?
Oh, crap. She peels the ticket off halfway and peeks through, revealing an amused grin.
So I'm babe now, huh?
On her hands and knees, Marina crawls ever so closer while I scramble to turn and hide my face.
Shut up. It was an accident.
Now I'm back to where I started, mortified and embarrassed.
Amber?
Her voice is like a melody.
Shut up.
Amber.
I said shut up.
Oh, Amber.
What?
Tank engine plows into my back, followed by soft, gentle arms wrapping around my neck as she rests her head against mine.
Thank you.
What is the word again? Strangling. My shoulders relax, embracing her. In turn, I rest my head on hers too. A head sandwich. Oh, right. Okay, I thought they were lying on their sides, but no, they're sitting
Sure
up.
thing, kiddo.
Kiddo? Pedo bear? Once we're quiet, the awkwardness sets in again. Where I don't know if I should be saying something to fill in the silence, or if I should leave it be. Is she thinking the same thing? Is she also worried? Of course she is. I sneak a glance after worried glance down, but I can't see her face. Her hands wander around like she doesn't know what to do. She touches her face, then scratches her leg, picks out a fold in her shirt, pops her knuckles. So she is nervous.
Hey.
The top of her head bumps my chin as she flinches.
Hey.
You good?
Yeah.
You don't seem good.
I think I know what position they're in right now, but like it's not drawn, so it's kind of feels bad.
No,
Where's
I am sorry. I'm
Where's
just.
my light oval art. Rather than hurry along like I sometimes do, I'll wait for her to find the words.
Just worried, I guess.
About what?
I know you have, but I've never had a girlfriend
What are you
before.
talking about? The girl's not had a girlfriend. I start to say something, but she hurriedly cuts me off.
I don't mean it like that. Well, I do, but I've also never had a boyfriend before. Not a real one,
Lesbians.
anyway.
But she has?
Bloggers.
When did I did not hear about this.
You had a fake boyfriend, though?
When did she have a girlfriend? What? Oh, whatever.
Barely. Like, in middle school, there was this guy who asked if I'd be his girlfriend, and I said okay. But then the next day, he said his mom told him he wasn't allowed to have a girlfriend, so we broke up.
Hog.
Sounds brutal.
Right? And then junior year of high school, I kind of dated this guy for like a month, but I didn't really like him. My friends just wanted me to.
That's kind of a yikes.
That's screwed up.
Right? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know, not really. They weren't trying to be mean or anything, and he wasn't a bad person. He was just boring.
Resident sleeper.
Like for our first date, we went to dinner and a movie, but dinner was just fast food and he spilled ketchup all over himself.
The pig is
And I
flat.
don't even remember what movie we saw. He put his arm around the back of my chair, and I thought he was trying to put his arm around me, so I kind of got closer, but nope. He just kept it there.
I mean, if he does, isn't that kind of like sexual harassment? Was that the first date?
Like for our first date, and I don't even remember, like he was just stretching.
I mean, I don't know. Kind of a lose-lose for him, not gonna lie. She giggles at the memory.
Honestly, I'd forgotten about all that until now. That's how not a real boyfriend he was. What about you?
I mean, you're the one who said she already had one. We'll have that right now and things seem normal. Maybe if she's talking, she forgets about being worried.
Well, I've never had a boyfriend.
Marina punches me in the shoulder.
You know what I meant. I could have guessed that much.
Hey now, I'm just being clear. But yeah, I've had other girlfriends.
When was this information revealed? I legit, don't remember any of this. Isn't it bad manners to talk about this? Especially early in a relationship? You know, there's just no boundaries at this point. She asked, though.
They counted, though it wasn't really anything serious either. By the time I was old enough for a serious relationship, I was too busy with taking care of Gramps to focus on one. But at least no one's mom ever told them they had to break up with me.
Listen, it was hard when I was 12.
Yikes.
For like a day or two.
I'll bet. Anyway, yeah, there was this girl I was with through a chunk of high school. We broke up in junior year, I think. She wanted to focus on school.
Maybe she just assumed that. I assume she just assumed that because I don't know. I definitely didn't hear anything about this though.
She ended up getting a full ride to a nice college, so I guess she made the right call.
No, respect. Marina doesn't miss a beat.
Nah,
Wait.
it was her loss.
Hey, I'm still gonna say respect to that, okay? You know? I mean, this situation is totally different from a high school thing. So You know what? This is getting too philosophical. I shift to free my arm that's pressed against Marina's side as I wrap it around her. At first, I can feel her tense up, but then she gradually relaxes until most of her weight rests on me.
So, Amber?
Hmm?
She doesn't answer.
Mare?
Sorry, never mind.
She looks up and smiles at me, and I smile back. Maybe it's better not to think too much right now, or ask too many questions. It's just the two of us being happy with each other. Not minding that we're both sweaty and kind of gross right now, or that we haven't eaten in hours. So I think. It isn't long before she yawns and looks up at me apologetically.
Oops.
It's okay. I'm kind of tired too.
I'm not too excited still. I don't want her to feel bad about going to bed. Plus, we did a lot of hiking today. I unwind my arm from around her and switch which hand holds her so that we can stand up. She's fidgety again, shifting her weight from foot to foot. Well, I guess it'll take some getting used to, for both of us. I let go of her hand. It falls limply back to her side like she lost control of it. Looking me in the eye, I can tell she's waiting for me to do or say something. I take a step towards her, closing the short distance between us.
Well, good night.
And then I lean in and kiss her again. What a Chad. Briefly. Enough that she doesn't even really have time to react before I pull away. She blinks twice, then rubs her lips and smiles.
Good night.
She walks backwards away from me, still smiling. I'm grinning like an idiot too, of course. Tempted. So tempted to invite her to sleep in my bed. Just to be close to her still. But I don't. In an alternate universe with the, patch. Since she's still so nervous and unsure,
so cute, bro.
I don't want to make that harder for her. I lick my lips as I go to turn off the lights, still tasting the sweetness of her on them. As I climb into bed, listening for the sounds of her breathing, I don't expect to get much sleep with my own night tonight. A little fast paced, but you know, whatever. It's whatever, I guess. I mean, they've been together for like, what, 1 week? You know what? Let's forget about it. Sleeping on it is supposed to help you with tough decisions or with big changes, but that's hard when you can't pass out in the first place. Thoughts of Marina and of Gramps and of things changing, and of things staying the same all brewed together to keep me awake, just like the coffee is right now. When I got up this morning, the first thing I felt was surprise that I managed to fall asleep at all. 3 hours ago, it must have snuck up on me. I drained another cup of coffee, number 4 and the last one from this pot. I dump another few scoops of grounds in the coffee maker and start a new batch. Got to see the sunrise, which even I usually sleep through. Out here in the middle of nowhere with no light pollution, the sky was vivid, shards of jagged pink turning to the blue. I nearly dozed off again just watching. Maybe someday I'll get to watch him with Marina. I mean, you could do it like tomorrow. Someday when I wake up early again, and if she manages to get her lazy ass out of bed. Whoa! Lazy but cute. Yesterday's events replay in my mind for the umpteenth time. With them called a swirl of emotions that feel like a stomachache and a high, both at once. It's finally starting to feel normal between us again. Kissing Marina at the Valley of Fire. Her leaning into it. Wondering if I should stop. Her not letting me. Sitting close on the couch, not asking any questions. Not answering them either. Wondering if I should. Ugh. It's too early for this shit. The familiar ping of the coffee maker tells me that I've been zoned out for a few minutes now. Smashing my fist into my eyes, I try to rub the sleepiness out. Movements from the back of the RV means I must have woken Marina up. Oh, whoops. I can hear the sounds of her bed creaking and of the covers being thrown back. I feel strange, nervous elation as she appears in the hallway, looking bedraggled.
Good morning.
Ohio. She groans like a zombie and stumbles towards
Want
me.
some coffee?
Stiff head nod. Smiling, I prepare a cup. It's only half coffee. The other half is a boatload of sugar and the creamer that neither Gramps nor I ever drank. I don't even know why we had it, but it's not expired. When she reaches me, Marina leans into me. Sort of falls really, crashing against my shoulder.
Hey, careful!
A bit of coffee sloshes out of the mug and onto my hand, but I don't mind. She takes the drink and a couple small sips. Minor bliss replaces her glazed expression.
Good?
Good.
There's hardly any coffee in it, you know.
Just the way I like it.
It's basically a mocha, I guess. I wonder if she had a hard time falling asleep like I did, but hesitant to ask. Afraid she'd say no. Okay. Understandable. Afraid she'd say yes. Also understandable. So I just sit down and she takes a spot next to me. We both quietly sip her coffee as she rejoins the land of the living. Once she finishes her first cup, she's alert enough for a conversation.
Sleep okay?
I figure that's safer than flat out asking.
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda.
I like...
She trails off. Maybe I gave her alertness too much credit.
I forgot what I was just saying.
Papega clap. I laugh and stand up.
Don't worry about it.
Marina mumbles something incoherent.
What was that?
She clears her throat.
Sorry, I asked if you slept alright.
Took me a while to fall asleep, but after that, yeah.
It's not strictly a lie. Eyes half closed, Marina smiles thinly.
Good.
I turn around so that she doesn't see how preoccupied I am, or guess what's on my mind. Whatever it is that I'm dealing with, it's not her problem. What do you mean? I don't want her to worry about me. What creaks as Marina stands up too, but I don't face her.
So, where are we going today?
No idea. We have a few days before the show. Anything you want to see?
Whatever it is, I'll make the trip.
We're not very far from Las Vegas, right?
You need to
Not
get
at
when you're
all.
18
It's
or
just a
21.
couple hours.
Let's go there!
Vegas is so fucking boring. Unless you can pay for a restaurant. Finally, I meet her eyes again. The smile on her face is pure and earnest. I can't help but return it.
Sure, that sounds like fun.
It's not. She hugs me. Her warm fingers press close against mine. She smells like my shampoo. No shit. I wrap my arms around her and hold her close. Just for a second, everything feels right. It's all gonna work out. Dude, how many times I swear to God this line has appeared in like, whatever. And I realize how badly I want it to. I squeeze tight and then pull away.
What was that for?
100. I mean, I went to a $50 buffet and it was pretty, yeah.
Just felt like it.
Worry creases her face.
Should I not?
Nah, you definitely should. Go get dressed and I'll get us on the road. You cool with waiting to eat until we get there?
Yeah.
Cool. There are a million buffets and exotic restaurants there, so we can find something good.
I heard there's some dank Thai food.
I like Las Vegas already.
Dork.
I don't know if you're a dork for liking Las Vegas. I gently push her towards the back to go get ready. She sticks her tongue out over her shoulder as she goes. Watching, I rub my temple before climbing into the front seat. I'm looking forward to this, and I know Marina is too. So why does it feel like I'm doing something wrong? Does it? Oh my god, the cards. Dude, why are you trying to remind me of that garbage? For a long moment, I just pressed my forehead against the steering wheel, not thinking much of anything. The sounds of Marina's approaching footsteps makes me sit up. I put on a smile as she hops into her spot.
Ready?
Yep.
Here we go then.
And we head out towards the highway. Choo-choo! Las Vegas appears on the horizon far before we actually reach it. Clusters of generic skyscrapers are interspersed with the world-famous casinos, which come in many shapes and sizes. Okay, it's kind of loud. Some are indistinguishable from the tall banks and offices around them, except for gaudy logos and signs. Others are constructed to look like a pyramid, or a Roman palace, or a medieval castle. I think I saw the pyramid one before. There's a distinct clash where some buildings are striking, looking as if they'd just been completed yesterday. But then just beside them, there will be a sad-looking place with faded paint and signs that aren't supposed to be flickering. As we enter the city limits, we're suddenly surrounded by the noise of traffic and the smell of exhaust. Exiting the highways like crossing the boundary to another world. Marina drinks it all in.
Oh, what's that one? The super tall one.
She points to the windshield. Even though it's impossible to follow her finger, I know which one she's talking about.
That's the Stratosphere. I think it's one of the tallest buildings in the country.
Right.
Whoa.
We're still miles out, but she already seems to be infatuated with the city. Her eyes are wide and so is her mouth.
It's even cooler up close.
I never knew cities could be this huge.
I keep forgetting that she's never been out of New Mexico. Sure, there are a couple decently sized cities there, but nothing this impressive. Las Vegas, impressive. I'm excited for her to experience all this for the first time.
Honestly, Las Vegas is kind of on the small side, at least compared to places like New York or Chicago.
Just like Aladdin.
Seriously? That's insane.
I will show you the world.
I can't imagine that many people in one place.
Bruh, just look at your house.
What about your house?
I can just read like a book. She giggles.
That's pretty close.
She reminds me of a puppy straining against its leash as she lifts between looking out the windshield and out the passenger side window. To me, the part of the city that we're in looks like any other downtown area, so I'm not impressed. Once we get to the strip, where all the really famous casinos are located, it'll be different. It's them talking and some other people talking, and then me voice acting. First, I have another destination in mind.
So, Mare,
Yeah?
ever heard of the World Carnival Buffet at the Rio?
I have not. Have you heard of Caesar's Palace?
I don't think so. Should I?
Well, if you like food, it's pretty much the greatest place on earth.
Saying a buffet is, debatable.
They have, like, everything imaginable to eat. And lots of stuff that you can't imagine either.
Pizza, bammy. Somehow her eyes get even wider.
I want to try it all.
Pretty sure you'll change your mind when you see some of it. But that's the spirit.
Are we going there now?
Hell yeah, we are. I'm
Oh
starving.
yeah, they're rich. It doesn't even fucking matter anymore. Dude, they're gonna legit get robbed. They're actually gonna get
Me
robbed
too.
and lose everything, right? But then at the end it will be like, oh, we have each other. And then they'll start fingering each other, but I don't have the patch, so that's not happening. She grabs my free hand, one that isn't on the steering wheel. Oh, you can actually see it? Wait.
Me too.
Oh, it does happen. Okay. My heart leaps to my throat. Since we're at a red light, I catch her eye and she smiles. Her face is a little red. I smile back, but then face forward. Our hands hang limply between our seats. It isn't long before our palms are moist with sweat. I don't know, ooze. Hey, my palms are too, man. Her hand's so soft, like she treats it with lotion or something, but I know that's not the case. Smooth like a baby's. Makes me feel a little self-conscious of my chewed fingernails and chronically dry skin. I feel you. Worried that I'm gonna gross her out and she'll pull away or something.
Is this okay?
Huh?
Maybe I was getting a little too distracted.
Is what?
She raises her linked hands.
This.
Oh, I thought it wasn't. I thought they like... Okay, you know what, whatever.
You just seemed kinda... Like, I mean, I can not if you...
No! No, it's fine. Seriously.
I'm talking louder than I need to, flustered as I try to backpedal. She doesn't look convinced.
Okay, sorry, I'm still... You know, not really.
It's fine. You're fine, really. I'm the one who should be sorry. I'm not usually this weird in a relationship.
She's at like a 2 right now, right? And then as time goes on, we just need to raise her up to a 3, then a 4. Now she looks almost offended. Crap.
Not like that. I just mean... I'm the one who should be sorry. Not like that. I just mean...
A blaring honk from behind me reminds me that I'm sitting stopped at a green light. The middle of traffic isn't the best place for this conversation. What is happening again? Am I like retarded? I'm kind of late. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack all the way just to figure out what's going on.
Is this...
Huh? Is what?
This? You just seem like... I mean,
No!
Okay,
It's fine. I'm the one...
I don't know what she's talking about.
Not like that. Sorry, again. I just... have a lot on my mind. Because I like you. I really do. You know that really freaking well by now.
Okay, I guess she's like sad that she's like sort of distracted and not really holding on. I mean, she's driving, come on. She smiles, though she's still looking down. Her hands are still together. Press X to do that. This is such an awkward time and place to be talking about this.
So it's my bad if I'm being weird or whatever. But being with a girl I met on the side of the road is a new one. Even for me, you know?
Finally, she laughs.
yeah, I guess it's a little weird.
Henna. I feel like I can still hear a slight quiver in her voice, but I might be imagining it. So I squeeze her hand tightly. Immediately, she squeezes back. I only have a vague idea of the direction I need to be driving. Fortunately, it isn't too long until the Rio comes into view, looming large a few miles away. I pull into the parking lot near the back where the only open spaces are left. It's pleasantly warm outside. I've heard stories of people's shoes melting on the asphalt during the summer, but for now, the weather's perfect. As we cross through the parking lot towards the casino, Marina takes my hand yet again. I can feel my heart rate accelerate, but I squeeze her fingers all the same. Dude, these casinos are so degenerate. The first few steps inside are sensory overload. A million different sounds and a billion different lights all pour from a sea of slot machines. Even at lunchtime on a Thursday, the majority are occupied. Yikes. We both take a second, frozen in place, to try and process it all. This isn't even my first time in a casino, but I'm overwhelmed just like Marina is. I can see the reflections of the game in her eyes, like a cartoon character thinking of money. Can you actually see reflections in people's eyes?
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Is this one of the most popular casinos?
Not even close. Like, it's big, but it's not the biggest.
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I tug her forward.
Come on, we'll have tons of time to gawk with food in our stomachs.
The mention of food steadies her steps. Of course it does. Giant overhead signs direct the way to the buffet. They must be visible from any part of the building. If this place is famous for something besides the food, I don't know what it is. We can smell it before we can even see it, even despite the stench of cigarettes and BO that are pretty strong here. People are like, why smoke in the casino like it? It's so degen. It doesn't smell like any one particular food item, but rather lots and lots of them. No shit, it's a buffet. Guided by our stomachs, we half run towards the buffet. The line getting is small since we got here so early. Marina hops up and down trying to peek over the head of the bald guy in front of us. Dude, lunchtime buffet though? Like, you're kind of missing out. No, the 5-head play. You go in for lunch, right? Like 10 minutes before it stops. And then you subtly slide into dinner time.
Can you see anything?
Barely. It looks like it goes on forever.
And you pay like $10 less and you still get
Good.
dinner food.
Good.
Barely.
Good.
I practically throw my card at the attendant. It reminds me of paying to enter an amusement park, and I'm just as excited. We're led through a small gate. What? Into heaven. Rows upon rows of stations form a small maze in their massive rim. Deep bins full of food, fried or grilled or baked or roasted, fill nearly every inch of space in each station. Marina and I grab plates from the tall stacks nearby.
Meet you in the dining room?
She nods, already distracted, and heads straight for the desserts. Cupcake, pie. Why is there just random ass bread? Like, what? Have you ever seen bread in a buffet? Like, what? I load my plate with a slice of prime rib, 2 rolls, and a scoop of mashed potatoes. If you're gonna get that, then, like, okay, you know what? Take off the mashed potatoes, take off the gravy, take off the rolls, get 2 more slices of prime rib. Anyways, I pour gravy over them, letting it run down and soak in everything else. For good measure, I also throw on a pair of chicken wings from a nearby basket. They're so fresh that I can see the steam coming off of them. Can you see steam coming off fried foods? I'm gonna need a second plate. No, you go back, eat, and then you come back. Jeez, calm down. I grab, what? Like, pot stickers? Hello? The casserole? Whatever. I grab one off another pile and toss a small piece of salmon, some pot stickers from the Asian section, and a large spoonful of some sort of casserole. Can't even guess what it is, but it looks good. Everything looks good. Solely because I can't fit more food on my plates, I head to the dining area and pick a seat where Marina will be able to find me easily. Sure enough, she emerges just a minute later, carrying 2 plates like I did.
Wow. You weren't kidding about trying everything.
Instead of big portions of a few things like I got, Marina has 1 or 2 bites of a couple dozen dishes. That's what you should be doing! Okay, maybe not that. Roughly half of them are cakes or other sweets.
When in Rome, you know?
You're in a buffet, you're not supposed to eat the desserts first. What are you talking about? I slice off a bite of steak and close my eyes in ecstasy while I chew. It's divine. Holy cow. Barely balancing her plates as she slides in the seat beside me, Marina bumps against my shoulder as she gets situated and I almost send a fork full of potatoes into her lap.
Oops, my bad.
In retaliation, I spear a bite of chicken from her plate, swimming in some Asian sauce. Oh my god.
No fear!
It's double fair.
I didn't even think about it. Are these 2 girls white? That's the thing, actually.
That doesn't even make sense.
Okay, dude.
I don't even know why you said okay, dude, too, honestly. After that, she finally gets to take her first bite, and she melts. Just like me, her eyes roll back into her head while she chews.
I don't even remember what this is, but it's amazing.
She scoops up another forkful of what looks like some kind of barbecue brisket and holds it towards me.
Try it!
Dude, what kind of buffet has brisket? I want to go there. I open my mouth and she guides the fork in. I pull back to chew. It's got a nice smoky flavor.
That is good.
Right? I almost want to go get a whole plate of just that.
I mean, that is the play. Then she tries the baked chicken that she has next to it.
Wait, never mind. This is even better.
What world is baked chicken better than brisket? There's a distinct lack of vegetables on both her plates, which is how it should be, but she seems to enjoy everything that she got. Every bite results in some statement about how it's the best thing so far.
Did you get any of this?
I gesture towards a slice of steak that I've almost finished.
Okay, open up.
Oh my god. She dutifully opens her mouth while I cut a bite for her. It's the best part. Right near the edge where all the flavor is. Dude, they actually researched it. That's called the spinalis dorsi. Or the cap, I guess. Anyways. It's a little awkward to be feeding her like this, but no one pays any attention to us. Dude, this girl is cultured. When she swallows, she sits still. Very slowly, she opens her eyes again.
That was literally the best thing I've ever eaten.
You've said that like 20 times so far.
I mean it this time. That was illegally good.
Now that doesn't make any sense.
It makes double sense.
We laugh.
Gramps always used to say that the best place to get a steak was at buffets like this.
That is extremely concerning.
Not because they're always better, but because you can just go up and get slice
Okay,
after slice.
I can respect that then.
Although, he's the only person I've met who could eat more than one.
That is questionable. Marina chuckles with me, but it's nervous sounding.
I used to tease him for it. No one should be able to eat that much meat. He would always complain about him being too done. He cooked his own steaks to be kind of medium rare. Closer to rare.
Okay, the problem with the buffet is that like the outside is like totally well done, and then like the inside is like, just like fucking rare.
Gross.
You have to like time when you get it.
Don't tell me you eat yours well done.
Can you just feed her a piece of like not well done steak?
Marina, I don't know if we can still be together.
She looks pained.
I'm just kidding, you know.
Yeah, I know.
But it doesn't sound like it. Shut up. It's probably not a good idea to talk about Gramps too much either. Our plates are mostly empty, and I look back at the serving area dubiously.
Round two?
Let's go. She thinks about it, then shakes her head.
I think I'd explode if I
Are
ate
you
much
kidding
more.
me? What? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
same.
Imagine going to a buffet and only eating one round. Imagine. There's a soft flutter against my cheek as Marina leans over and kisses it.
Thank you for bringing me.
Yeah, no problem.
I intently examine the hard plastic bench I'm sitting on. Too long passes by before I talk again.
So are you ready to go?
Oh, sure.
I can tell how on edge she is again. Good going, Amber. Nice. I launch to my feet.
Just leave the dishes on the table. Someone will come by and clean them up.
I have no idea if that's true. That is exactly true. Unless it's a self-service, I don't know. I start to leave, expecting Marina to follow me.
Amber!
I turn around. She's still in the process of
Wait
getting
for
up.
me!
First, she has to brush her face with a napkin, and then she drains the glass of orange juice she was drinking. That's respectable. Then she scoots out of the booth and hurries toward me.
Are you alright?
Yeah, sorry. Just felt kind of nauseous for a second. Probably ate too much.
Didn't she legit eat one slice of steak and like 2 wings and a piece of salmon?
Oh,
I doubt she's buying it. From the corner of my eye, I see her reach toward my hand. Then she seems to think better of it and lets her fall back to her side. Hey, you know what to do. Hey, let's go. I grab it myself as I lead the way out of the casino. Good job, Amber. Good job. Outside, I take Marina's hand, but it feels limp inside my own. I let her lead the way down the street and towards the busiest part of the city. Sometimes stuff on the side catches her eye. Brightly colored sports cars that probably belong to millionaires pass by it pretty frequently. There are also people in bike-drawn carriages and double-decker tour buses. Besides the people, the buildings themselves all compete to stand out. Most every storefront has something neon flashing to get you to look at it. Toy stores, restaurants, sex shops, and more all vie for real estate. Within a 2-block radius, you could probably buy anything you ever wanted. Maybe a half-mile ahead of us on the other side of the road, there are a few street vendors on the sidewalk. They have awnings set up to shade themselves in their merchandise, though it's too far away to see what they're selling. Marina spots them and points.
ooh, let's go look!
But then her excitement vanishes.
I mean, if you want to.
Oh my god, just go.
Yeah, let's check it out.
With a hopeful smile, Marina starts to run. A red light at the crosswalk makes her stop not too far ahead, though. I catch up just in time for the light to change. Before she can dart away, I take Marina's hand. She doesn't object, but searches my face. So I smile, and she smiles back. I let her pull me to the vendor, who seems to be selling a little bit of everything. T-shirts cover most of a wire rack that serves as a wall. There are also bins of buttons, keychains, and other small trinkets. One bin is full of tiny soapstone animal carvings. Those are what Marina goes for. I ignore the vendor and its weaselly small talk. I refuse to be conned into buying tons of junk. After a minute, Marina selects a little stone coyote. I pay $5 for it. Practically robbery. Should have haggled. We start down the road again with Marina inspecting her new treasure.
Why a coyote?
I thought she was the cutest. Look at the way the color changes here.
She holds a little trinket up on my nose. There's a spot where the color changes from a brown to a milky white on one side of its face.
That is pretty.
Mm-hmm. Plus, wolves are pretty much my favorite animal, and coyotes are close enough.
Yeah? Have you ever seen a live wolf?
No, I wish. You?
At Yellowstone a couple years ago, yeah. I begged Gramps to take me.
As soon as I mention Gramps' name, I see Marina's eyes float towards mine.
What else do they have there?
All kinds of stuff. Wolves, bears, buffalo, elk, deer. Pretty much any kind of forest animal.
And they just wander around, right?
Yeah. There are even places where you can feed some of them out of your car.
Well, don't
What about the meat eaters? Like wolves and stuff?
Don't feed the fucking wolves.
There are spots where you can see them, but you can't feed them. They're still wild animals. It's not a zoo or anything.
I want to go there someday.
I'll take you to see them sometime. It's a cool place.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
Try to pay it off like it's not a big deal to me. Talking about future plans, anything that would happen after the festival. Ignites that sense of uncertainty in my chest. Wait, I know a solution. Never mind, that was a botch. The way her eyes light up when I promise to take her both soothes and agitates the feeling. No matter what, I'm happy that she's happy. I follow behind as she darts from stall to stall like a hummingbird. They all offer more of the same. Generic desert-themed trinkets or gaudy I love Las Vegas merchandise. Sidewalks are full of these vendors who shout and try to get the attention of all the dozens of people who pass by. Marina is the only one who gets hooked in. But she doesn't ask for anything else. Maybe there just isn't enough wolf merchandise. Every time she dives in and examines someone's wares, I hang back with my hands in my pocket to watch. When she's done, we hold hands again. It's a nice cycle. But all that changes once we reach the strip itself, with its eclectic architecture and eccentric population. I point out some of the more famous places, like the Luxor, oh that thing, which is shaped like a pyramid, and Caesar's Palace, which looks like it was stolen from Rome. I mean, if you call it cultural appropriation, yeah sure. Marina oohs and ahs in all the right places, but am I just surprised she doesn't try to lead us to them? Instead, she seems dead set on taking us further and further down the row of sidewalk salesmen. She's looking for something in particular. Not that I have any idea what that is. She leads the way looking from side to side, but never seeming quite to find it. Until suddenly she freezes in place. A large wave of pedestrian traffic behind us crests and spills around like we're not even there. Marina points at one of the street vendors a few blocks ahead.
Found one!
Street good? I'm yanked forward once again, being dragged by our newfound enthusiasm. Rather than a bunch of cheaply made goods, the merchant she's noticed has a bunch of card drawings of cartoon characters. Barely recognizable due to the exaggerated style. A sign beside them advertises custom commissions $30 each. I immediately understand what it is Marina wants.
No.
Why not? I try to drag my heels, but I'm tugged along by Marina. She's surprisingly strong when she wants to be.
Amber!
She says my name without even turning around.
This has been on my bucket list for years. It's happening.
What has? Getting ripped off by a street artist?
Dude, $30? That's not bad, I think. I don't know.
Having someone draw me.
Yeah. My protest going ignored, I fall in step and accept my fate. Again, the guy manning the booth looks like he's completely out of place. He's wearing a flashy Hawaiian shirt and a baseball cap. When he notices Marina and I approaching, he sits up from his slouching position and grins.
Hello, ladies.
Hi there. We were interested in having our portrait drawn.
We weren't. You were. Insert homophobic street artist for plot development. But I don't protest. I resign myself to going along with whatever she wanted.
Perfect.
That was a little creepy. He frames us with his fingers like he's gonna take a picture.
You girls stand right there and get comfy. I'll get ready.
He lurches off his wooden chair and grabs a sketch pad and a box of pencils.
We'll do you two in color. How's that sound?
Oh god, he's gonna charge you 60 now.
Great.
I just grimace. I'm not fond of having my picture taken, and this isn't much better. I just never feel satisfied with how I look. That's why there aren't many pictures of Gramps and me. Just a couple. I'll deal with it for Marina's sake. We stand under an awning. The shade does little to help the heat. Marina shifts from foot to foot while I just wait with my hands in my pockets. Every so often she turns the beam at me, though she doesn't say anything. Jeez. Not sure why she's so hyped up, but it's cute. The guy finally gets his stuff ready, all set up on an easel. The piece of paper he's using is almost the size of my torso.
Go ahead and scrunch together now.
He makes a motion with his hands. Marina stands near me and I wrap one arm around her.
Closer.
What is he trying to do? Ah, he has a kink. Now I understand. Our shoulders are touching.
Closer.
Now we're cheek to cheek.
Ah, perfect.
Dude, this guy's actually just a pervert. He stares at us with a smile for just a second longer than is comfortable. Makes his expression seem more than a little sleazy. Before I can change my mind, he looks down at the paper and starts to draw. We stand there not talking or moving at all. Once Marina starts to ask something, Buddy waves his hand without even looking up.
Wyatt, if you move, you'll mess it all up.
Jeez Christ, they're paying you. So she shuts up. I feel her jaw snap shut since it's smooshed against my own. 15 minutes pass. My mouth is starting to get sore. I didn't have any guesses as to how long this would take, but it's starting to get annoying. Even Marina seems to be having second thoughts. She wriggles just barely, probably to fight the growing tension in her muscles. Not enough to ruin the drawing though. From the corner of my eye, I notice a couple of the glances that we get. We probably don't look especially out of place, but more like hapless tourists who get conned into something. I guess we are to an extent. I wouldn't mind, except that we also look ridiculous being stuck together like nearly Siamese twins. Jesus. Our artist draws with long, swift strokes. I can't see what he's doing. He appears confident. Hopefully the result is worth the discomfort. Probably won't be. And the 30 bucks. I'm nearly at my breaking point when he finally leans back and sets his pencils aside. Marina peels away from me instantly, leaving a damp spot of shared sweat on my face. I rub at it as I follow her more slowly to see the results. As she cranes around the easel to look, I watch her expression go from excited to overjoyed. Her smile widens into a grin as she grasps the drawing in her hands.
Amber, look! It's us!
That is interesting. It's us. Wait a Oh. You know what? Whatever. The first thing I noticed is my boobs. They're a lot larger than in real life. Same thing with Marina's, kinda. Other than that, the drawing is cartoony. We're recognizable, but our features are exaggerated. Marina's eyes are almost comically huge. You know what? I see no fucking difference. Whatever. In contrast, the buildings behind us in this drawing are sharply defined and realistic. It's actually pretty impressive, not gonna lie. Clutching the paper to her chest, Marina sighs a contented smile.
Thank you so much!
The artist wipes his sweaty palms on his shorts as he stands.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I'm sure it was. And he looks at me expectantly. With a sigh, I pull out my wallet and pass him a pair of wrinkled bills. I pass it to him with a nod.
Y'all have a lovely day now.
With that, he slouches down again and pulls out a cheap-looking paperback novel. The drawing is still close to Marina's chest like a priceless artifact. Every few seconds, she holds it open. I feel like Nikki Dan's game that shit. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but whatever. DeviantArt. You know, probably. I mean, I guess it's better than the, like, really exaggerated cartoony stuff, like the Obama political cartoon style. Every few seconds, she holds it away from her and she grins as she looks at it. That makes it worth the cost. Finally, Marina rolls up the drawing like a scroll and tucks it under her arm for safekeeping. I'll have to look at that drawing again. We stand in the shade of the awning while we look up and down the road.
We should split up for a little bit.
What?
Oh my god. I can read Amber too much. Can't help but yelp. That was the last thing I was expecting.
Not for long. There's just something I want to do. And you can't be there.
Why
Bruh.
not?
Shuffling in place, Marina looks away.
'Cause it's a surprise.
Oh,
Mare, no. This isn't some small town. This is Las Vegas. What if you get lost? Or some creeper tries to mess with you?
that's true.
It'll be fine, Amber. There's like a million people on this street.
That's kind of the problem.
Yeah, so? That doesn't mean anything.
I mean it. It'll be fine.
There's fire in her voice that takes me by surprise. She even has a small spark in her eyes, like she's angry. Her frown deepens.
But
Seriously, it's nothing bad, I promise. I just want to do something, but it's a surprise for you, so you can't be there.
Not much of a surprise anymore. Her face softens.
Please, it'll only be a couple hours.
Just so scuffed. They don't even have a phone.
Marina, I don't know.
All the cities are split up in. This is one of the worst. Not only do we not have a way to contact each other if needed, but people aren't the sort you can trust. If I leave her on her own, there's a good chance I'd never see her again. The way she stands there, hands on her hips, looking determined, makes me not want to argue. I sigh.
Are you sure?
Save time.
Yeah, I mean it. Just give me like 3 hours.
Jesus Christ.
That's a long time.
You think? I tried to keep it short.
3 hours, she could be snatched into someone's car and well into Arizona. Or California. Or halfway to Reno. It's irresponsible of me to let her go. But I can tell by looking at her that I don't have a choice. Just stalk her.
Okay, fine. But can you at least stay on the street? It's a straight shot back to the Rio where we're parked, and so it'd be harder to get lost.
Marina nods fast.
That's fine. I already saw where I need to go. But you're not allowed to watch, okay?
Yeah. I'll probably just go back to the car anyway.
She's gonna go buy them a dildo. Now she frowns.
Isn't there anything you want to see?
Not without you.
Pico's
Aw,
sad.
Amber.
She kicks at the ground.
I guess we don't have to...
No, go on.
What?
Just be safe, okay? Don't do anything silly. I guess it'll be fun for a couple hours.
Press X'd out. She takes the drawing in one hand and then hugs me tight. Oh, maybe
Just
she's gonna...
co-coms?
What?
Hello? Oh, you're all muted. Boo.
We're all watching Ryan's stream.
Yeah, that's why I thought you guys were co-comming.
Is she gonna develop the
On,
photos?
we are on Ryan's stream.
We're on
He,
TV.
he is live.
Okay, bye.
Then Marina leans up and kisses me on the lips. She pulls away before I can get into it.
Okay, I'll see you in a while then.
Right.
I think she's gonna develop the photos, and then she's gonna get abducted, and then I don't even know. We stand there, neither of us moving. I sigh again, and then trudge back down the road. I glance back every few steps, but she doesn't move. Instead, she watches me and waves. Probably making sure that I keep good on my promise not to follow her. As tempting as it is, I'll let her go for now. 3 hours can't be that hard. Oh, that's basically a death flag. Right? Oh, no, no, no. Turns out I was wrong. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Hard. 2 hours or agony. I wander from store to store, stepping in without actually caring what's for sale. First is a vegan restaurant. I don't try any samples. There's samples? Just next door is some fetish shop with its windows covered. All the lights inside are colored, mostly red or sometimes violet. The girl behind the counter, pale skin with artificially black hair, gives me a smile that I return. But I don't stick around. I don't even know what I'm doing. Going through the motions of being a tourist, I guess. Technically, I am exploring Las Vegas. Tomorrow, I'm sure I won't be able to remember a single detail of these shops. Up ahead is yet another street vendor. His setup is nearly twice as long as most of the others. Includes large glass display cases. Looks like it must be a pain to transport. I wander over, pretending to be interested. The clerk, a Hispanic man with a short goatee, watches me but doesn't say anything. Not even a greeting. It's all cell phones and phone accessories. Chargers, cases, cords, and the like. Nothing relevant to me. There's a special discount on prepaid phones and time cards right now, it seems. Half dozen identical posters plaster the wall of the longest case. I stare at one of the flyers, though I'm not actually reading it. Just imagining if Marina and I had cell phones. Might help at times like this. Times when I'm being ridiculous and clingy and an idiot. Oh, are you, though? Being able to reach her at any time would be nice, but would they get much use? That's when I realize something. I'm dumbfounded by a simple fact. It is that's bothering me since we split up. This is the first time since meeting Marina that I've been on my own. That she isn't just a room away or in shouting distance. Even though it's only been a couple hours, I suddenly feel profoundly alone. It's pathetic, I know. I'll see her again in less than an hour now. But the anxiety of separation gets the better of me. It makes me sick as all the horrible scenarios rush into my head again. Ones where something bad is happening to her and she's not able to call for help. I look at the phones in the case. I've never had one, so I'm not very knowledgeable. They look cheap and flimsy. I try to find a brand name, but it wouldn't mean much to me if I could. The only names I'd be familiar with are those massive companies who make everything, not just phones. The ones whose merchandise costs hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Samsung? Apple? I think Marina had a Heisei. I've heard they're pretty good. What the fuck is Heisei? That's like a Godzilla era. Then again, I've also heard about shady stuff with them selling replacing all their production workers with robots. Is that really shady? Gramps said this sort of thing would be part of the New World Order. Doesn't matter though. It's tempting, but there isn't much point. Just a week? Oh, she's going to Coachella! In just a week? Less now, even. Coachella will be over. After that, well, that'll give us a way to stay in touch. Once we've... Yeah, she does kind of have to go back home. I spin around and walk away in a hurry, feeling suddenly sick again. I must have looked like a lunatic. Coming up, standing still, then freaking out and leaving. Maybe that's why the guy didn't say anything. I just look like another insane junkie. I picture some tweaker stepping out an alley towards Marina. Of course, wouldn't even notice, and I shove those thoughts out of my head. 1 hour. Just one more hour. Chill, I tell myself for the 1000th time. Across the street from the phone cards is a bright green sign for our candy store. One of those places that has a floor-to-ceiling bins of gummies that sell by the pound. I half expect to see Marina in there herself. Getting her a surprise bag of sugar might be a good way to make up for being weird. Till the next time I act weird, that is. Cross the street as soon as there's a gap in the traffic, not bothering to go to a crosswalk. The doors have an outline and handles are the same lime green as the sign. When I step inside, I see that the walls are too. I'm reminded of the slime from those old shows I used to watch on TV that'd be sprayed onto the audience or cast members. Not the most appetizing impression. The selection is good though, like I expected. There's more varieties of candy than I've ever seen in a single place. Only pictures. There are several different types of plastic bag that you can fill, ranging from I'm on a diet to garbage bag sizes. I grab a medium-sized one. Then I realize that I don't know what to get for Marina. Definitely chocolates, but with or without nuts. I can't remember if I ever heard an opinion. I try to recall what she's gotten at gas stations along our trip, but I never paid that much attention. Maybe I should go for a mixture of both. But then what if she's allergic to something? Probably won't have ever come up, since we always eat out and order food for ourselves. I don't want to give her a 3-pound sack of anaphylactic shock. Gummies then. Those might be safer. There are more types of gummy candies than I ever thought existed. Different flavored rings, candy shaped like the fruits they taste like, and other things like chewy soda bottles. A Haribo, right? I don't know. For just a moment, I wonder about which ones I should pick. I think I remember her saying she loves raspberry. Or was it strawberry? But I think she's gone strawberry soda before. Not that that means anything. This is a gift, so I want it to be perfect. Not a bag full of things she dislikes. Let me check something. And I remember, Marina likes pretty much everything. Elated at the simplicity, I dump a small scoop of just about every sort of gummy that they sell. For good measure, I get a second smaller bag and fill it with some malted chocolate balls, caramel clusters, and plain old chocolate chunks. Safe options. I haul the 2 bags over to the counter. There's just one attendant, and she's currently ringing up a mom with her 2 cents. The kids dart around their mom's legs, rattling displays and knocking items off the shelf. No one makes them stop to fix their mess. One of the kids stares up at me, and I frown at him deeply. He stops running and hides behind his mom's legs. Good. When they leave, the kid is still clinging to her like a bear cub. I set my bags up on the counter and kneel down and replace some of the spilled items. As I do that, the shopkeeper comes around front, nearly bumping into me.
Oh, you don't have to do that. Thank you.
Why does she sound so similar to Marina?
Yeah, no problem.
I look up directly into her knees. I straighten up and we're selling way too close. Stumbling backwards, I grab the counter to support myself. She laughs, eyes crinkling. She's cute. Her tan skin is complemented by the bright red uniform she wears. A little name tag on the counter says that her name is Cassie.
You know, there's a special going on right now.
Oh yeah?
A stack of postcards sits by the credit card machine. She hands me one.
If you buy 10 more bags, you get one for free.
I try to imagine how much candy that would be. You need a wheelbarrow to haul it all out. Cassie laughs, probably at my expression.
Yeah, we haven't had many people spring for that one.
The person I'm buying this stuff for probably would, if she was here. This'll probably be gone by tonight.
I discharge the bags, still sitting on the scale.
Oh, shopping for your sister, or?
Nah, my girlfriend.
I try out the word, seeing how it sounds in relation to Marina. As expected, it makes my heart skip a beat. During that beat, I feel like I see the shopkeeper's face fall, just for a second.
Yeah? Lucky girl.
Thanks.
I don't know if she means because of the candy or because of me. Why she looks so nervous? After ringing up my bags, she dumps them into an even larger bag. That seems unnecessary, but I guess it makes them easier to carry. She passes me the candy as well as the receipt.
Have a good day. Try the peach rings. They're my favorite.
I will. Have a nice day too.
The girl waves as I leave the store. Outside, I checked the receipt since I wasn't really listening to the total. Looks like she didn't charge me for the smaller bag. Glance back inside, but she's disappeared into the back room. Guess that answers my earlier question. What? Flattered, I head back to the Rio where we're parked. It's not long until I'm supposed to meet Marina, and if I spend too long outside, her present will melt. Walking back to the casino where we parked is way faster than leaving it was. It's probably because I'm still missing the human pinball, so I'm not held up every time we pass the shop. I say that, but of course I'm eager to see her again. some parallel universe where had I met Marina, I might have been stuck around at the candy store to chat for a longer time. But unfortunately for Cassie, I already have someone. Bruh. Parking lot at the Rio has filled up even more. Getting out here is going to be a pain since there wasn't a whole lot of room to begin with. I make my way to the RV and let myself in. It feels like an oven. The first thing I do is turn on the AC. I set the bags of candy down on my bed to inspect them. As I'd feared, the chocolate slightly melted, streaking brown against clear plastic. It's not too bad though, and a couple hours in the fridge should be as good as new. I leave the gummies on the counter since they didn't suffer as much on the walk back. Marina and I are supposed to meet up here in about half an hour. Since it's so soon, I may as well just wait in here where it's more comfortable. I lay down on my bed and try to read that book Marina's been sucked into for a few days, but I can't stay focused on the words long enough to process them. It doesn't take long before I give up and set it aside. Now I just stare up at the ceiling. I used to do this most nights when I couldn't sleep. After Gramps passed, but before I met Marina. It wasn't that it comforted me or anything, but the amount of effort it took to not think of anything usually led to me falling asleep without realizing. Instead, this time I let my thoughts wander. Sleeping has been easier lately. Actually doing something during the day and getting exercise helps a lot. But also my thoughts have been less cloudy, less muddled. Sure, there's still moments where I think of Gramps and the pain hits me again. Having Marina around makes those rare. Someday I might be able to think of him without it hurting. I don't know if I want that though. Isn't that just like forgetting? People say you move on and get over deaths, but what does that mean for the people you lost? I roll onto my side and stare at the picture of me and Gramps hanging on the wall. Can't take it and roll onto my other side. Groaning into my pillows, cathartic. Without Marina here, I can be as loud as I want. To my surprise, no tears come. Anyone walking by outside would probably think I'm dying or in pain, but I don't care. One time has its upsides, after all. Grieving is complicated and exhausting. Sometimes I wonder if I'm even doing it right. There must be something wrong with me if I don't even want to get over Gramps. I sit up, still hugging the pillow to my chest. I know we'll be back soon. Maybe I can talk about this with her. As I think that, I feel a stab of guilt. It's not her problem. It's something I have to deal with myself. I force myself up and over to the driver's seat. I'm not going anywhere, but I can listen to music and watch for Marina's return. I stick in a tape and kick back. A few songs pass by. It's been 20 minutes or so. I start to scan the parking lot, looking for a familiar red hair. The tape ends. That's okay, it was a short one. I replace it with another one chosen at random. Still no sign of Marina. Uh-oh. I get up and check the clock. She's about 10 minutes late now. Maybe the clock is off somehow? I hop out of the RV and ask someone for the time. It matches up exactly with what the clock said. Worry begins to turn my stomach, but I force myself to calm down. It's Marina. It's only been 15 minutes. Most likely she got distracted and is on her way net right now. 5 more minutes pass. I begin to pace back and forth. Should I go look for her? I have no idea where to start though. If she got to the RV and I wasn't there, then she might go looking for me instead. No, I have to stay and wait. Another 10 minutes. She's half an hour late now. I'm so buying us cell phones. As soon as she's back here, we're gonna go to that guy on the street and we're getting prepaid phones. From a few streets away, I can hear the sound of a siren, a fire truck or ambulance or something. The knot in my throat feels larger. I cough just to release some of the tension. I have to go look. I can't take just sitting here. I switch off the engine, throw my shoes on, and climb out. And then I see her. Hog, hog, hog. She's not dead. Head down, walking slow, but coming toward me.
Marina!
The relief in my voice probably conveys the panic that just drained out of me. She looks up the sound of her name, and that's when I see that she's crying. Oh no.
What's wrong?
Oh my god.
What's wrong?
Alarm poisoned my voice. Something happened to her after all? I put my hands on her shoulders and shake her gently.
Marina, talk to me. What happened? Are you okay?
She still can't talk, but she nods. Thank God. There are no sobs, but her eyes are pouring tears. Every so often she hiccups like she's barely restraining herself from fully bawling.
Come on.
I take her hand and lead her back to the RV. No one gives us a second glance. It's probably a common occurrence here. Marina silently follows me into the RV. I lead her to my bed and have her sit down. I sit beside her, alternating between rubbing her back and her shoulders, I try to get her to calm down. Slowly, her breathing slows to normal. When I offer her tissue, she blows her nose loudly. And she takes a few more to wipe her eyes. Okay, I'm going to take a slight pause. Whatever. Rather than prod her more, I wait. Mona takes all my self-control. After a shuddery breath, she looks at me, eyes still watering.
I messed up, Amber. Bad.
I feel like she's just like overreacting. It's gonna be like
How?
a joke. Her breath catches again and she sobs. Fortune seemed to take her by surprise. I immediately rub her shoulders again. And then there's a knock at the RV
What the
door.
hell?
I stand up, but I can't see who it
I'll
is
be
from
right
here.
back.
Oh god. Oh, it's in Mariah. I unlock the front door and open it to an all too familiar face.
It's time to pay up!
I shut the door. Before it's even fully latched, Mariah starts to pound on the door. I lock it and head back
Let
to
them
Marina.
in.
Huh?
Go let them in. It's Mariah, right?
What is going on?
Yeah, but how did you...
Sorry. Okay, that's fine.
Wait, does this have something to do with...
The gold. With a bad feeling about it all, I go back to the door, which is still suffering Mariah's assault. I open and step back so they can enter. Mariah storms in with a huff, acting like she always as if she owns the place. Joseph and Tess fall in after her. Joseph gives me a smile and a small shake of the head.
Sorry.
He says it so quietly that I don't think anyone else hears. I figure I'll find out why he's apologizing here in a second. Like a conqueror, Mariah marches over to Marina and jabs a finger.
Time to pay up, ditz!
2 large steps, I move between the two of them.
Okay, what the hell happened?
Didn't you hear?
I was about to, when you attacked my front door.
Well, allow me to deliver the bad news then.
Sis stole Marina's gold.
What? Did not!
It's impossible to figure anything out. Marina's crying too hard to talk, and Mariah's just yelling nonsense like always. I turn to Joe, who's keeping a safe distance along with Tess.
Can you please explain?
Sure. Mare ended up making Marina a bet for all the gold, which she lost. It was a pretty silly thing, and I told her just to let it go, but here we are.
I'm equal parts amused and disgusted that Joseph uses a sick name for Mariah that I do for Marina. Come to think of it, I'm not sure that I ever noticed how similar their names are.
A bet's a bet, and she lost fair and square.
I don't think it was fair.
The odds were kinda in your favor.
Turn to Marina, the only person whose opinion really matters to me.
Was it fair?
Slowly, she nods.
What game did you play?
Poker.
Yeah, it's not even close to. I glare at Mariah, who at least has a shame to look away. Anyone who spent more than a minute around Marina would know that there's no way she can keep a straight face. I sigh and sit down on the bed beside Marina. I wrap an arm around her. She leans into me, eyes closed.
You know you can only take half the treasure, right? Marina and I split it equally, so she couldn't bet away my half.
That wasn't the deal!
Dude, just run this girl over.
That's the only deal she could have made. But I'll bet you my half against hers.
Oh my
Amber,
god.
no!
Are you kidding me? You should have just not opened the door and just driven off and never seen these scumbags again. I squeeze her affectionately, but I shake my head.
It's fine.
Poker. Oh my god, it's like NGL now. I stand and go to where we've been stashing the gold. I pull out the box of nuggets and open it so Mariah can see. Her eyes light up and she licks her lips. Dude, beat her ass. I snap the box shut.
Fine, but we're not playing poker.
Pussy.
Oh yeah? What game then?
She thinks about it for a moment.
Blackjack.
Seriously? Blackjack is more about luck than it is skill. I'm not that great at poker though, so blackjack might be the most fair game we could play. I don't know why Mariah suggested it though. She's gonna rig the game. Maybe she expects me to win at poker. If that's the case, then the mind games have already begun.
Fine. It's a bet.
No. Marina stopped crying. Her breath still comes in little spurts, but she's mostly in control of herself. She tugs at my shirt.
Amber, really? You don't have to do this. I screwed up.
Yeah, just like be like, okay, we'll meet you up, you know, shoo them out, and then just drive off.
It's okay. I'll fix it.
This
That's
is not
what
a
I'm here
legally
for,
binding
right?
bet. Who gives a shit? The stakes are way too high. She's like kind of borderline retarded. Can't read the look on her face, the one that vanishes after a split second.
It's okay.
Okay.
Facing Mariah again, I put the gold away.
Where will we play? There's not enough room here.
There's a casino close by. Down the street from this one. We can do it there.
I'm not old enough to gamble. Not legally, at least.
She shrugs.
Doesn't matter, this place won't check your ID. Probably gonna be closed within a year.
I don't like the sound of that. I feel like I'm being set up. Well, you are.
It's true. It's where we played.
Really?
Crying again.
Yeah, they had like party rooms that were empty. We just used one of those.
What did she even bet it for? She has 0 gold and she has all the gold. What did she possibly bet against her for? Like tell her to kill herself if she loses? Like what? Never heard of anything like this place, but if I let Marina in, then they'll probably let me into it. I'd also feel better about playing with cards that I know Mariah won't have messed with.
Fine. Tell me how to get there, and I'll meet you in a little bit.
She gives me directions as well as the name of the building. Worst case, Marina can probably help find it. Maybe. Dude, come on. You have got to be kidding me. You actually gave her the gold? Counted Marina's half of the gold and put it into one of the boxes before handing it to Mariah, who snatches it from my grip.
Enjoy, because this is the only time you'll get to touch the treasure.
Dude, she's gonna bribe them. The final sneer, Mariah leads her troop out of the TV. Joseph still looks pretty sorry about the whole thing. You should be. The door slams shut and we're left in silence. I look at Marina. She looks at the floor.
I'm really sorry.
Like, Joseph says there's some good in her heart, but like that girl's just unredeemable. I'm not even that upset compared to all the million and one awful scenarios I concocted. This is pretty tame. True. And knowing Marina, it's not that shocking either. So I'm being honest when I smile at her.
It's okay, really. I'll go win back your gold, and then we can get out of Vegas.
She sniffles.
Seriously, though, what were you thinking?
That's what I
I
want to
was
know.
just so surprised to see them here. I thought it must be fate or something. I was shopping around and I saw something that I really wanted, but I didn't have enough money. And then I saw the 3 of them at this little diner, so I went in to say hello and told them all about it.
What was it you wanted to buy?
That's a secret. I wanted to show it to you. But anyway, then Mariah made me that bet and I don't know, Amber. I guess I just got so excited about it that I didn't really think.
So you bet all your gold for one little thing that you're gonna buy.
Like, if you'd been there, you would have beat her no problem. I don't even think she's very good at poker. It's just that I'm kind of bad at hiding how I feel.
No way, you're kidding me.
She sticks her tongue at me. If she doesn't win, I'm like gonna rage quit. Like, what? Like, this is like monumental levels of retardation. Guess she's feeling a little bit better.
Really, though? What if you lose to Mariah?
Then I lose. It won't
You
happen,
should
though.
just like assassinate her.
Are you good at blackjack?
A lot of it's luck. There's stuff you can memorize, like card combos, but I don't know any of that.
What if Mariah does?
I doubt it. She would have played that against you if she did. Easier to make it seem like you just got unlucky, instead of her taking advantage of you.
She didn't take...
Bullshit, Mare. She might not have cheated, but she still should have known better.
Marina frowns and looks at the floor again. I can't tell if I'm helping or not. I remember the candy I bought earlier. It totally slipped my mind over the last hour.
Oh yeah, I got you something. To try to say sorry for being so weird lately. Even though I've already said that too.
I grab the bag of chocolates from the fridge and the gummies from above it. Eyes wide, Marina holds them to her like babies.
Amber. Thank you so much.
This is like crossing the line for me. Like, this is actually crossing the line.
Hey, no more crying. This wasn't supposed to make you cry.
I need some more context for this bet. She giggles, but that doesn't stop two tears from running down her face.
Sorry. I'm crying a lot.
Kinda, yeah.
Marina laughs again. She unties the gummy bag and digs around in it.
The chocolates got a little melted on the walk back, but they've been in the fridge.
They look just fine to me.
She pulls out a few gummy soda bottles and then offers me the bag. I don't want to take too much, but I do find one of the peach rings the cashier recommended. It really is good. Sweet but in a mild way. Actually tastes like peaches.
Are you ready to go?
Marina spins the bag to twist it, then ties off the top.
Yeah.
Dude, Tess and Joseph are useless. Holy shit. I mean, Tess, sure, she's like 10, but like, Joseph, please. Keep your fucking bitch under control. I vaguely know where the casino Mariah mentioned is located. We passed it earlier today, but I didn't pay much attention to it. As we load out of the RV, Marina's dragging her feet.
Do you want to wait here? I can just go take care of this and then come back.
No way. I don't want to split up again.
After a lockup, I take her hand. Since I'm in the lead this time, the walk isn't as slow. With the evening approaching, the temperature's gone down. At the same time, traffic is starting to build up. In a few hours, it'll look like an entirely different city here, once all the lights come on. The view of a big city at night, far in the distance, has always been one of my favorite sights. I can remember staying up late when Gramps and I were on the road so I could press a sticker against the window and look. What? They sell postcards of New York and Atlanta. They sell postcards of New York and Atlanta and other places all lit up because it's so pretty. We've got a couple hours until then. Neither Marina nor I say much while we walk. Even given the situation, it doesn't feel as awkward as some of our quiet times before. Soon we reach the building Mariah described. Now bomb it.
This the place?
Yeah, this is it.
We step inside. I can see why Mariah said this place might be closed soon. It's pretty clean looking, there's hardly anyone here. A couple of people occupy slot machines far away from each other. Social distancing. Aside from those two and a bored-looking house, the place is pretty empty. While those three in the trio. Mariah and her posse are seated on a semicircular couch. It and an identical couch form a circle around a card table. No greetings are exchanged as Marina and I take our places across from them. Useless. Literally useless. Go fuck yourself. Sealed deck of cards set on the table. It's got gaudy Las Vegas landmarks and logos all over it, but at least it's legit.
Should we ask that guy to come deal for us?
Hell no! The only reason they don't check ID is because they don't care.
Oh, so you're gonna deal
If
with
you
cards.
attract any attention, they'll throw you out.
Okay, so who will?
Tess can.
Test nods.
Really? No offense, but does she even know how?
Of course she knows how. She's not an idiot. And before you get any ideas, she's more likely to help you cheat than help me.
Test nods again.
Just ask.
Alright, that works for me.
Because if 2 underage girls are gonna play, then why not have a 10-year-old deal the cards? Mariah slits open the plastic wrap on the deck and then hands it to Tess. The little girl takes out the instructional cards and the jokers and then shuffles. I have to say, I'm impressed. She creates a bridge with the cards that's way tidier than I could ever do. Mechanical even.
So there are 16 pieces total. We'll go piece by piece, I guess.
Sure.
That means I'd have to win 8 hands in a row without Mariah or the dealer winning any to earn back all of Marina's treasure. And I won't settle for anything less than the full amount. We have a small stack of tokens near us that each represent a single piece of treasure.
How does this game work?
Don't ask.
Basically, you try to get the cards in your hand to add up to 21, or as close as possible without going over. Whoever's closest wins that round. The dealer can win too. We all get 2 cards. Then, you can stand, which is where you don't take any more cards, or you can hit, which is where you draw another.
That sounds really easy.
I guess. Like I said, it's mostly luck.
Shut up. Time to play.
They're professional blackjack players. Flip her off, but don't argue. Okay. Tess deals us the first hand. I stand while Mariah hits. I don't expect her to beat my 18, but she lays down a 10, a 3, and a 6.
Damn.
Tess slides her 2 tokens. I win the next 2 rounds after that, but then the dealer wins and we have to start over. Please just win. Just like kill her or something, I don't know. The game drags on for a long time. Joseph has fallen asleep, head lolling over backwards over the couch. Even Marina, who has both her honor and money at stake here, is starting to fidget. We've been playing for close to an hour. She doesn't complain at all, though. After a while, even Mariah and I are starting to get annoyed. She sighs and shifts irritatedly while I debate what to do. When she takes her time thinking, I bite down the urge to say something snarky and hurry her along. Once Tess wins again and we're both sitting at 3 pieces each, Mariah wipes her palms and clears her throat.
This is taking forever. Yep. But if you're saying we just call it here, the answer is no.
No. But let's just go all or nothing. One final hand. Then you won't be able to say I cheated or took advantage of anyone, and I can finally relax with my treasure.
Go kill yourself. I think about it. One more hand, huh? Odds are probably better than if we were to sit here all night. Maybe get banned. Whatever. Maybe. I'm not good enough at math to calculate. It would be possible that we're here until the festival comes around if we kept going back and forth like this. I look over at Marina, whose interest has been piqued again.
What do you think?
Are you really asking her? She gives it a long thought, her face betraying nothing. Then she shrugs.
I have no idea.
Right then.
Fine. All or nothing.
Mariah nods, satisfied.
Deal 'em, kid.
Tess passes out her cards. I pick mine up, holding them so only Marina can see. Tess is showing an 8 and try to gauge some sort of reaction from Mariah, but her face is totally expressionless. No wonder she beat Marina at poker.
Amber?
I think that's the first time she's ever said my name. Sounds weird coming from her.
I'll stand.
If I were to take a hit and draw another card, there's a pretty good chance it put me over blackjack. That would be a loss by default.
Sis?
Hit me!
Tess slides her another card, then flips one over the whole card.
Let's see.
I lay down my cards and wait for Mariah to do the same. Except she doesn't. She just looks at my cards flat on the table, face stony, mouth silent. 3, a 2, and a 10.
We win.
Wait, what? Am I retarded?
We win.
Oh, that was oh, this is her card. I thought she got a 4.
Let's see.
Oh, so they beat the dealer.
Let's see.
Fuck you! Stupid scumbag.
We win.
Give us all back the fucking gold, you little bitch. Marina looks at me, then at the table, then back to me, making sure she heard me right. She won by 1.
We did?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The total of her hand was closer to 21
By
than hers was.
1. Oh, thank you. Just get away. Run. Strangely, I don't even feel excited. Not about the victory, which is nice, or the fact that it came over Mariah, which is nicer. I just feel relieved. Me too, me too. Marina squeals and then explodes towards me, half leaping, half tackling me into a hug as I nearly fall off the couch. She plants a large kiss on my cheek and then travels over to my mouth.
Oh god, Amber! I was so worried, but oh my god, thank you! You're the best!
You know, this fiasco makes me worried about the long term. Her praises are dotted with kisses all over my face. Joseph, woken up by the commotion, looks away with a blush. Tess, on the other hand, stares at us, creepily apathetic. I separate myself from Marina and stand up. Mariah has already traveled halfway to the door, not saying anything in her defeat. The little wooden box of gold sits abandoned where her arm was. I check and count the pieces of treasure. They're all there. I start to move towards Mariah to say something, but Joseph plucks his tongue. I stop.
Don't worry about her. She's always like this.
Why would you worry about her? Like,
Sorry.
not sure what else to say, I half shrug. Which is hard since Marina still clings to my arm.
Don't be. Better things work out this way. Come on, kiddo.
Now they have to deal with her stupid wrath. He takes Tess's hand and they start to follow Mariah, who's left the building.
You ladies take care.
You too.
Run away.
See you later.
No, don't. Just never look at them again. Once they leave, I look down at the mess of chips and cards on the table. Someone will come by and clean them up. Marina tugs on my shirt. When I look at her, she kisses me on the lips again. For the first time today, we stay like that for a long time. Not caring about how many stares we might be getting, though it can't be more than 3. I can still taste the faint saltiness from her tears. You know, do people actually taste stuff like this? I see it so much. Feel her lips curve into a smile even before we pull apart.
Thank you. Seriously. I know I'm always saying thank you and sorry, but I am sorry that I screw up so much.
Don't worry about it. It all worked out, right?
I would definitely worry.
Yeah, but only because you
She,
were there.
might have to take an IQ test.
I don't know what I would have done if you weren't.
Well, if I wasn't, then you wouldn't be either, you know?
I mean it as a joke, but she doesn't laugh.
I don't know what I would have.
Well, if I wasn't, then you wouldn't be.
I don't know what I.
Well, if I wasn't, then you wouldn't be.
Yeah, but I don't.
Well, if.
I know.
Then we kiss again. You must look like perverts just standing in the middle of a casino making out. Indeed.
You ready to get out of Vegas?
Dude, get the fuck
Definitely.
out.
But, one thing first.
What's that?
Can we get something to eat?
I was hoping you'd say that. I saw this Chinese place earlier that smelled amazing. Sound good?
中国餐.
Very.
Hand in hand, like always, we leave the casino and make the quick walk to the restaurant. I've come across it while waiting for Marina before. All along the strip, more and more lights are coming on. It's hard to tell that's that's getting much darker out because of how much artificial light there is. Oh shit, what did I just do? We get to the restaurant and eat outside on the patio, watching as more and more buildings are illuminated. By the time we're done and back at the RV, Las Vegas has shifted fully from daytime to artificial daytime. Before we buckle in, I pull back all of the curtains.
Make sure you get a good spot by the window. You're gonna want to see this.
Ooh, light novel. Start slowly. Just a few lights and apartment windows coming to life where slowly street lights flickering on. I drive slowly so as to keep us here longer. Beside me, Marina shifts impatiently but doesn't say anything. By now she knows when I'm being serious. I know she won't be disappointed. As more and more lights flare up across the skyline, I can see Marina shift to get a better view. I smile to myself. This is what I was waiting for. But she was waiting for him, even if she didn't know it. Las Vegas lights up like a forest of Christmas trees, glimmering orange and yellow against the muddy blackness of the night sky. The further away from the heart of the city we get, the more of its gorgeous sprawl we can see. Soon it's so immense that the entire world seems to be awash with forest color. I ignore the signs that will lead us all the way out of Las Vegas, instead cruise along the streets I was, and admire for a little longer. Marina's head slowly turns with every bend in the road, and gaze magnetically fastened to the city. Skyscrapers zoom by, each one another pillar of life. Casinos, which have gaudier decorations, make an exotic contrast to the mundane office and apartment buildings. Marina drinks it all in like water, out here in the desert. Light from the window frames her face, and I remember how I thought of her as angelic back at Zion. Now the word is even more fitting, because of the way her open mouth smile enhances the effect. She catches me watching, and for just a second, the smile is directed at me. Then she turns back to Vegas, which is finally starting to recede as we head out of town. I thought they were going to a Chinese place. Oh, I guess they already ate. She's silent until long after it's faded from the rear view mirror. Then she clears her throat and looks at me again.
We're going back one day, right?
Sure, if you want.
Already have enough PTSD of this
Good,
place.
because we didn't even get to do like a nickel...
Quarter.
A quarter of the super cool stuff we should have done.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Hell fucking no.
What? Anyways, even if I do live like a gross for rent, I know what Vegas has to offer. But I like seeing her excited. There's always a genuine spark of wonder that's ignited when she is. Might have to do with her lack of experience, but I like to think she'd be the same regardless.
Well, there's this pirate stunt show that looks really cool. I heard about another show with fountains and lights
saw that.
shoots water way up high in the air and... Oh!
That's the Bellagio, I think. She spreads her arms far apart and scrunches her face down, giving herself a double chin.
I want to try every single buffet in town.
You really don't.
That's a lofty goal, Marina.
Is it really?
But we're rich now.
You really aren't. I thump her head and squish her down with the palm of my hand.
And we almost lost all of that in a single day. So you should know how easy it is to blow it.
Well, I think it would be romantic. We can rent out a hotel room, order a really nice bottle of wine, and just cuddle by the window and look at the lights.
Bro, these two are literally like 18 and 19. Wistful look gleams in her eyes as she gazes out the window into the vast desert night. Silently, I just stepped out of the royal carriage and swept her off her feet. Never mind the fact that Marina's probably never tried wine in her life and would spit out the second it touches her lips. That does sound really nice. So I have some high expectations to live up to. I've always had them, but now it feels more official. Now, more than ever, I'm obligated to keep her happy and safe. Those thoughts occupy my mind for an hour or so as we traverse the desert highway. Marina's gone back to staring out the window at the barely visible roadside. We pass a sign right off the side of our deserted lane. We're pushing 80, so we almost miss it, but we catch a quick glimpse as we speed by. Nothing special, just a dusty sheet of aluminum with a picture of poppies and 3 words printed on it. Welcome to California. It's gone before I can even process it. Huh. Guess we're in California. Doesn't look like Marina noticed, and why would she? We passed several state lines, and it's never a big deal then. No welcoming party or even a government checkpoint. That suits me just fine. She hasn't brought up her surprise anymore either, whatever it was. Probably better to just let her forget about that. That doesn't mean the day is over yet. Places that geezer would always yak on about may as well be stapled onto my brain.
Hey, you trust me?
Her head perks up and she turns away from the window, answering without delay.
Of course I do. Why?
Just checking.
That's that. No more questions. Just blind trust. We continue driving, eventually branching off onto an exit. Another thing I don't think Marina notices. Soon, budding lights start popping up in the distance. Typical yellows and whites barely hovering above the road. One exception. Towering on the horizon, outlined in neon red with digital numbers climbing towards the sky, a giant monstrosity of a thermometer. Caps off above the middle, reaching temperatures all the way up to 62 degrees. Finally, dawns on Marina. Her head twists toward me like an owl, her eyes just wide as one.
Amber, what's going on?
Yeah, what is going on? Please tell me. She feigns concern at first, but her voice curls up mid-sentence, unable to hide her smile any longer.
You said you trust me, right?
And I do.
Marina tilts over and rubs up on my shoulder. I go dead stiff. Again, feeling the weight of that trust and responsibility. We drive in a town which, as far as I can tell, is just one long street. Old beat-up gas stations and fast food joints line the side of the road, separated by an occasional diner. The thermometer is tucked away, hidden in a corner, but it may as well just be the center of the universe, the rest of the world zooming by out on the interstate. I pull into the lot by the thermometer, its only neighbor being a small shack. The sound of the ignition dwindles down, leaving the RV parked. The sound of the ignition dwindles down to nothing, leaving the RV parked wherever. I'm the first one to get out, craving the sweet stationary concrete as I stretch my legs. Wobbling in front of the thermometer, I flop my hands on my sides, dotting our arrival.
Here we are, the world's tallest thermometer.
Are you serious? Marina steps out of the RV, eyes sparkling, mouth wide open in awe. Her face frozen in time, she reaches into the motorhome and pulls out her camera, a single flash shooting out from it as she winds the camera for the next shot.
I thought you might like it.
Smug grin finds a home on my face as I revel in the pride and satisfaction of knowing it's something to make her smile. Except she's not smiling. She's staring. Not at the thermometer now, but me, near lifeless gaze, closed by the dimming headlights of the motorhome.
Marina?
Readying her stance, she pushes her feet off the ground and charges toward me.
If we're doing this, then we're doing it right.
Wait,
Selfie
Marina!
time. Too late. Before I can even finish my play, she swings around my neck and snugly brings me to her side, swishing at the camera and aiming it right at us.
Hey, Amber.
Selfie. Her finger inches closer to the button.
Don't do it!
Do it.
Say.
Just click it. She draws out the word to an excruciating length. I struggle to break free, but she just squeezes me tighter.
I'm warning you!
Hey, tease.
She bends in and presses her lips against my cheek. Oh, it's the title part. Sort of. She has a soda. Old and flash.
Huh.
I stare at the camera, mind blank, a non-reaction drawing out a cute giggle from her. Then it hits me. Thought so mortifying and embarrassing that it shades my skin a pink and red gradient. She thinks this is cute. At this point, I'm butter. Or clay from Marina's perspective. Oh, more selfies? That's exactly what she treats me as, molding me into new positions as she snaps more photos. Hog. Art, art. She's so happy. Before she whines for the next photo, I nudge her head with mine. She nudges back, both of us cuddling against each other as she snaps the next picture. She takes several more shots, each one a little more gooberish and drenched with cheesy romantic goo than the last. Wow. Probably die if anyone ever sees these, but with any luck, Marina's constant bouncing will hopefully make a few of these come out fuzzy. Still, I think I might love this, like, a lot. When we first met, I didn't think I'd ever understand the naive ball of energy just looking for some help. In a lot of ways, I still don't. Drove by at such a perfect time. Who even knows what would have happened to her? Thinking about it still drives me nuts. That is fate. Still, those types of things don't seem nearly as big as they used to. Even almost losing the treasure to Mariah was just a sizzling drop in the frying pan. If anything, I'm more upset that I wasn't there to help her when it went down. After all, that's why I'm here. To help and protect her. Slightly patronizing, but she kinda needs it. She makes me so happy. My hand now wrapped around Marina, clench her tighter, only for my hand to be met with an adorable, rumbling gurgle transmitted from her stomach. We both looked down at the source, her with a bashful sort of terror and me with amused disbelief.
Even after all that food at the buffet?
I can't help it.
You're a bottomless pit. The Marina Trench.
Ha ha ha, forehead.
Amber, please. That one wasn't even clever.
I cackle with glee, tossing her to the keys to the RV as I walk over to the nearby shack.
I'm just messing with you, babe. Go lock up. We'll grab a bite and sleep here for the night.
The shack is sad and abandoned. The cute logo of a little chef carrying an oversized bun all but faded away. Peek inside the browning windows. It's more of the same. Rotting and decaying. Outlines of tables and booths are imprinted in dust, while the ones built into the walls were just left to rot. Is it
I'm just
abandoned?
messing.
It is. Right. There's always just a side thing you mentioned when talking about the thermometer, but not being able to experience everything he mentioned feels wrong. Like I'm not doing right by him. She actually knows about the shack? Damn.
Looks like that's one more thing I can check off your list.
Okay, you know what? I have a sneaking suspicion we still have a decent amount to go, so I'm gonna end it here. I did save right. Yeah, okay. What the heck? They said this was 6 hours. This is not 6 hours. Oh, oh my god.
Dog stream.
I guess I'll finish this tomorrow. But anyways, time to read the entire chat that I missed, I guess. Pretty cool. Things are going a little fast, to be honest, but you know, it's whatever. Stuff's happening. Amber's a little patronizing, and Marina kind of showed that she was a little bit more than averagely stupid today, but you know, it's whatever, so I guess that will be the stream. Adios.